What is good, everybody? What is good? It is your host. I am your host, Mikey T, the movie star. What is poppin', y'all? We have a major show tonight. I appreciate everybody that taps in. I appreciate everybody that hits that like button. And, I appreciate everybody that shares this video. When I tell you to share the video, I mean to your various social media platforms. If you got Twitter, Instagram, if you want to put it on your story for me, like I'm doing right now, throw it up on your story or even your Facebook, man. I appreciate everybody that supports the channel. I appreciate everybody that shows love to the channel, man. I'm expecting to have a dope episode tonight. So let's get this thing started, man. Let's get this thing started. Just give me 1 second. Doing a little last minute promo, y'all. Last minute promo. Major salute to everybody that's tapping in. Ron G's, major salute to you. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. And we're about to get this thing started, man. We're about to get this thing started. Dope episode tonight. Surprised you ain't on pre-rolls? Bro, we are on pre-rolls. I rolled one up on Instagram Live right before we started tonight, you guys. Sometimes I'll go live on IG. I'll post things on the gram so everybody out there, can get ready for the show. That's one of the pluses about following me on IG. You get to hear about all the exclusive interviews before I actually drop them in here. And listen, anybody that follows me, I will follow you guys back immediately, man. I love to support everybody that supports me. So if you want to follow me on the gram, I'm going to have it pinned up throughout the duration of this video. You know what I'm saying? I'll have this pinned up for the duration of the video. And like I said, everybody that follows me, I will follow you back based on this video. You can just shoot me a message or you can comment on one of the pictures. Yo, Mikey T, I was watching your live. Anybody that follows me, I will follow you back because I support those who support me. It's right up, pinned up. Share this video as you're coming in. Share it with all of your friends, all of your supporters, and hit that like button. All of it matters. All of that matters, you guys. When it comes to the analytics, when it comes to how the videos are publicized, you know what I'm saying? I want to become one of the hottest streamers out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't jump on the game and play Call of Duty, but I come on here and I talk hip hop with every single one of you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. My guy at Casino was actually in there. He said, I know I was in there ecstatic. It's crazy. Bobby Shmurda did a major interview, probably his best interview yet with Adam 22. I shot Adam 22 a little comment earlier today, letting him know that it was one of the most informative interviews. Why? Because Adam 22 is going to ask all the questions that necessarily aren't going to get asked by other people. Sure, everyone's going to talk to Bobby about him coming out of jail, and they're going to talk to Bobby about, the projects he's working on. They'll try to get a little bit of information about jail. But Adam 22 took it a step further. There's been one guy who's been picking away. He's kind of been picking away at Bobby over dancing. And actually, this same guy, we're talking about Wack 100, he had a infamous paper party. He had an infamous paper party, apparently. A paper party on the G Unit General 50 Cent with Caddalic Ta, you guys. He had Caddalic Ta on his show. Apparently, him and Caddalic Ta have struck up some sort of a clubhouse relationship. I got a lot of respect for Caddalic Ta. He actually had me to New York back in the late 2010, somewhere around there. I went to Pav City. I went out to Pav City and linked with Caddalic Ta. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple dope stories out of him. And let me just say, I heard Caddalic Ta on Clubhouse with some dude, and he was asking him where he had moved to. He was trying to throw off the people on Caddalic Ta's credibility. Caddalic Ta was very, very sure to let him know, yo, I was the front line for Murder Inc. back in the day. I didn't leave New York. Caddalic Ty really did hold it down. Caddalic Ty actually had a bit of a relationship with 50 Cent. So sometimes people will jump on Clubhouse and just talk about things that they don't really know about. For this, 50 Cent actually got mad at one of his G Unit associates for, disrespecting Caddalic Ty's baby mama at one point in life. So people that jump on Clubhouse, it's like they're really not the most educated when it comes to this hip hop shit. They really just want to try to, they want to stir the pot. They want to stir it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Gilly would have, Casino bringing up the fact that Wack 100 was talking about buying Gilly the Kid's contract. Gilly, you owe me an album. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all that type of talk. And you are right. Gilly would have bought his own contract if that was probably a possibility. Lone Wolf TV is in the building. Major salute to you, bro. Major salute to Jurassic TV as well. West Main, Young OG. I will follow you back, my dude. I will definitely follow you back, and I will follow anybody back that taps in with me based on this live stream. Fake news. Yeah. That was just no, it was more of more than fake news, Lone Wolf TV, it was comedic news. You know what I mean? He was saying that just to get a laugh. Steve Drive asked me the question, Mikey, we ain't ever asked you, did 50 snitch? Well, the paperwork that was brought up with Wack 100 has been actually proven to be false. The paperwork that Irv Gotti was running around with when they were doing their promotional efforts, back when they were trying to discredit 50 Cent in the Get Rich or Die Trying album, has actually been proved to be false, you guys. That paperwork has been proven to be false. There was a situation that happened at the Hit Factory studio, though. There was a situation that happened at the Hit Factory where 50 got caught up. You know what I mean? Back in the day, Ja Rule was the one who had the big groups around him. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule was the one who actually was the most popular at that point. He was the one who was able to fly people out of town, say when him and 50 met up on that Atlanta show that didn't really go too well for 50. When Ja Rule was moving around back then at this incident that happened in New York, Manhattan, I believe, Ja Rule was moving around with mad people. 50 was kind of like, by himself, probably with one or two people at the time. So it's obvious that Ja Rule would get the upper hand. Now, in this situation that happened, there were rumors that it was Tony Yayo that actually had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? There were rumors that Tony Yayo actually had something to do with it, but there were also rumors about it being the engineer. You know what I'm saying? The engineer who wasn't a part of G Unit, the engineer who was there making out an hourly rate, who gets involved in a situation that just so happens to involve one of the biggest or most, it doesn't even matter, one of the most richest cliques in the game, Murder Inc. So that's what he thought. Ching, ching. As soon as that happened, he thought to himself, ching, ching. Just like the rumor was, or Tony Yayo was thinking. Yayo, at that point, who I don't even know if Yayo obviously didn't think G Unit was going to become the major conglomerate that it did, because he was more concerned with getting a $150,000 settlement, apparently, when his music video was probably double that. The So Seductive music video budget was probably double that. So it's like, you really got to look to the future. You really got to bet big on yourself. Any artist that would take a cheap way out like that to sue somebody, you know what I mean? To sue somebody, a major, especially somebody that you're beefing with, like, that's just some BS, man. That just shows like you just want anything. You just want any scraps that come to you. You don't want to go out there and earn it with your own merit. Years later, I don't know, what was it, 7 or 8 years later, Tony Yayo went on to have music video budgets. Shit, the budgets for the G Unit albums on Interscope was $750,000. Usually in the game, people who rat don't get those kinds of budgets, man. With the Smoke Podcast, Hulk Strong, what's poppin', man? Steve Drive says, someone has got to find this engineer and end the infamous rumors. Well, bro, that engineer, I don't know if he's spoken on it before, to be honest with you. I do not know if he has spoken on it before. What is good? Risk Taker CEO is in the building. Major salute to you, bro. Hell yeah. Appreciate the super chat. Anybody who wants to ask a direct question, you can always send it by super chat. If you got anything that you want to ask me in particular, Risk Taker CEO, but I know you'll be here throughout the whole live and shit, holding it down with us, man. That's the homie right there, Milani Rose, aka DJ Uni. I hope I'm saying that right. Hope I'm not butchering it. We got to get you on the panel one day, Milani. We need that female presence here on the channel. Philly Barber's nice. I see. Bro, I'm in Connecticut, man. I'm in Connecticut, bro. CT. Yo, Iceberg is in the building. Salute to Mikey T and the family. Hit that like button. Who else on YouTube at 2:30 with the drop? Hey, man, I just keep it real for the people. You know what I mean? I'm going for that #1 streamer on YouTube award this year. That's what I want, man. That's what I want. Don't know where the deal's coming from, but I'm taking all offers, man. Taking all offers. Let's get to it, though. We got some shit to talk about tonight, you guys. But hold on. I want to know where everybody's from. And I want to light up. Let's get to it. Hold on one second. Apex, what's popping, bro? Major salute. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight, man. That's love. That's love. Definitely respect my man Apex tapping in. Appreciate everybody tapping in on a regular basis, man. Let's see. What do we got going on here? Danny Boy. What's popping with you, Danny Boy? Appreciate the love, man. Major salute to my guy, Danny Boy. Milford, CT tapping in. What up? What up? What up, Milford? What up, Milford, CT? That's home base right there. John Doe, what's popping, man? Salute to you for tapping in. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Let me know what city you're coming from. I see we got CT in here strong. Oh, yeah, let's do it, you guys. Let's do it, man. Upstate New York. Okay. Anger Management TV in the building. Brooklyn. Salute to Brooklyn. Jurassic TV said, who is going to check 50 Cent? The answer to that is nobody. The answer to that is nobody is going to check 50 Cent. He has made it out of that part of the industry. He's made it out of that part of the industry where he has to worry about that type of shit, man. 50 is involved in movies and films at this point, and I gotta say, really, really respecting where he's taken his career. I fully expect him to make a feature-length film in the next few years, and really cement his legacy. Everybody go ahead and share this video. Smoking that rapper weed tonight. Yes, sir. We are on that cake mix tonight. Major cake mix. DJ Uni, $10 super chat. Major love, major respect. I had actually done an interview with her name, Milani Rose, aka DJ Uni, aka Milani Rose. We did an interview many years back. I really was shocked she actually let me come out to the city and do an interview with her. Let's get on this joint right here, though. We on that cake mix tonight. Let me know what you're smoking. We got several topics to touch on tonight. Some crazy shit that Wack 100 did. Some shit that, even I didn't really do when I interviewed Caddalic Ta. But you know what? When Wack 100 interviews somebody, he gets right to the point. He gets right, not to the point, because I get to the point as well. He gets right to the juice. You know what I'm saying? He gets right to the juice of it. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people, you go and you interview them. If you just try to be like that, getting all to the juice and shit, they're going to look at you as uncredible. They're not going to look at you as credible in reality. Wack 100 is only going to be able to do that for so long on his podcast. And he's even addressed it himself, where if it doesn't involve negativity, it usually gets a lot less views. Yo, Davion, man, I'm about to block that comment, man. Don't be leaving such weird comments on my page, bro. Just to be 100 with you. Everybody share this video. We got some shit to talk about tonight, man. We got some shit to talk about, man. DJ Academics posted a video on Muwop, FBG Duck. Major case update on FBG Duck and Muwop. FBG Duck and Muwop, you guys. Muwop really is a massively talented artist. He has tens of millions of views online. You know what I'm saying? He really had an opportunity to make it out of this whole thing, The whole situation that happened, honestly, the whole situation that happened with Rondo number 9, like in comparison to what's going on with Muwop right now, it's like, yo, Muwop had even made it further than Rondo number 9. Legitimately, he had made it further to the point where his videos and his raps were more put together. And he still put himself in this situation knowing what Rondo is currently going through. Rondo's situation is a lot different. They had found a cell phone on the scene, and I believe that was the major evidence that tracked them back to him, to Rondo, was the cell phone being found on the scene. Not too sure if it was Rondo's or C-Day's phone, but I believe that was one of the major things in the case. Now, this whole thing with Muwop, you guys, they pretty much have everything that, like, academics went over it, but I've been reading about it, yesterday when the affidavit dropped. They got all types of video surveillance. They got all types of video surveillance of them actually rushing to the scene. They've got shit of them in the car. They've got just about every bit of information you would really need to convict somebody in this case, and probably even more that I don't know about. So the situation is looking pretty grave. It's looking pretty crazy for these 4 guys involved. I'm not sure whether it's going to lead to a plea deal. I'm not sure if they're going to take it all the way to trial. I don't know if they're, like we've been going over Straight Drop. He hasn't had any money for his trial. You know what I'm saying? Straight Drop hasn't even had any money to put forth to get a reasonable lawyer. Because when you're dealing with a case of this stature, a reasonable lawyer is going to cost tens of thousands of dollars, $30,000, $40,000. I would hope Muwop, who is in a different situation altogether than Straight Drop, nobody's going to come and pick up for Straight Drop. Like, none of the big rappers. But somebody could come and help Muwop. Anybody in the industry could come and help Muwop in this case, though. Buffalo, New York is in here. Major salute to Buffalo, New York. Benny the Butcher was actually just on the Breakfast Club. Looking forward to that Tana Talk 4. You know what I'm saying? Real blessing that Benny actually allowed me to come to Buffalo and do an exclusive interview with him. Blessed the Mag says that's because Wack's foundation is built off negativity. No one is listening to him for positive information. Yeah, and he has even said it himself. You know, I was listening to his joint that was on World Star today. You know, they actually had to add 50 Cent's name with the rat shit just to get some clicks. You know, they had like an 8-minute long video up there. I highly doubt many people listened to the whole thing, or if you did, you probably got to the end and you were like, he didn't say much of anything about 50 Cent. But 50 Cent and Hell Rel are pretty much the reasons that I clicked on this video, because I wanted to see him talking some shit. Well, you're going to have to dig back into the archives, you guys, because Wack 100 actually had a paperwork party, as they call it. I don't know if he refers to it as that. I don't know if that's a Cali thing. You know, I never really called it a paperwork party before, but honestly, man, Wack 100 did something that I think was incredibly, do you call it intelligent? Do you call it manipulative? Or do you call it, was he right on the money? Wack 100 was right on them. Every time Wack 100 does something, he's right on the money, or he doesn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Issue talking about 50 Cent's paperwork, boom, Caddalic Ta is on your clubhouse. Mimo 600 record deal potential. Is he signed with Little Durk? No record deal then. Wack 100 stays on point. If Mimo 600 had a situation with Little Durk, we'd still be hearing more about Mimo 600 and Wack 100. Since they don't, back off from it. Probably nothing will materialize. I'm just saying, but he knows how to be right on the money. And that's what's going to give him a little bit of a boost when he does this blogging shit. When he brings somebody on his platform, he knows what to ask them. He knows the biggest click that you're going to get out of a star. You know what I'm saying? Rather than bring somebody up there, get their whole story, get a little bit of background information. You know what I'm saying? Like reputable guys doing a podcast have to do. Now, Wack 100, he's going to go get the girl, get exposing Young Buck, bring her on the podcast, and just have that's all they're talking about is Young Buck. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could see how he's playing the game. Risk Taker says he is messy for a click. Yeah, you know, he's messy for a click. Kingston, what's popping? Major salute to Kingston. But he's really getting to it. He's got his new podcast coming out. I'm sure Academics will cross promote him. Academics for the record. What's it called? Keep It 100 or something like that. The 100 podcast or something like that. I predicted it. I called it, you guys. I pretty much knew it was going to happen. And now the only thing is, it's like, all right. So Wack 100 goes and talks to Caddalic Ta, right? He goes and he talks to Caddalic Ta, but now he can also bring Tony Yayo on his show. Maybe I'm giving a little bit too much advice here. You know what I'm saying? He could bring Tony Yayo on his show. Hell, Wack could even bring 50 on his show. You know why? Because he would hit 50 up. He'd be like, listen, man to man, you can just come and talk to me about it. You can just come and talk to me about it and explain your piece to the world. So Wack 100 has it made when it comes to that. You know, any of these guys that he's speaking on, he could have Little Durk come on the show and they might find other things to talk about than Mimo 600. It's kind of like how Bobby Shmurda has been doing his interviews. Bobby Shmurda doesn't want to address Wack 100. He just made $1 million this week. Why would he want to address Wack 100? Wack 100 has Little Durk on the show. Why would he want to address Mimo 600? Weigh it out, you guys. I'm just being real when it comes to that shit. He can't out talk 50. And yeah, that's another reason why 50 would come on his show. 50 would come on his show to reset the clock, or as everybody popularly says, reset the narrative. You know, I've watched 50 interviews since he got into the game, even before he got into the game. 50 always controls the narrative. You know what I'm saying? But Wack 100 isn't afraid to let somebody speak their piece. You know what I mean? Like some dude came into this live video and he's like, Wack, the one thing I haven't heard you talk about is 50 Cent. The guy you've been avoiding talking about is 50 Cent. You never talk about 50 Cent. Well, that's actually false, because Wack 100, who apparently had an interview with Caddalic addressing all of the paperwork that we've heard about throughout the years, this crazy incident, Wack 100 has spoke on 50 before. I believe it was with MREC, if I'm not mistaken, unless MREC had just done a video covering it. But Wack 100 actually spoke on cleaning up the beef with the game and 50 Cent. Wack 100 spoke on the game showing up with like 100 people. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just talking about, when people are at the height of their popularity, they show up with 100 people. When people aren't at the height of their popularity, they're usually with 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? So Wack 100, basically, when the game was out there ready for whatever, sort of like when Mace showed up to Diddy and at that radio show and had him sign out his contract, when he was ready for whatever, there could still be a civilized brain, a civil mind, somebody to go up and talk to 50 and just end all the static, end all the commotion. My question, where was Wack 100 when 50 Cent was going to kick the game out of G Unit? All right, that's right. It was Jimmy Henchman who was actually managing the game back then. Jimmy Henchman in the game, Jimmy Henchman in the game, yep, they had a management relationship, but Jimmy Henchman also went on to have a bitter rivalry with 50 Cent, you guys. This thing was serious. This thing has not even stopped till this day. 50 still takes cracks at a man who is locked up, calling him a rat, all types of shit. Shamika Davis says 50 wants all the smoke. 50 ain't scared of the smoke. Official Casino said, Big Meech said, ain't no paperwork on 50. Ristaker says, will 50 talk to Supreme ever in life? No, I don't believe so. But what were you comparing that to, Ristaker? I missed that, bro. My bad. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Go ahead and share this video tonight. Wack 100, he took it a step further, you guys. He actually brought Caddalic in. Caddalic, who is now doing the Clubhouse thing. Major respect to Caddalic, because Ty actually gave me an interview back in the day. He let me come to Pod City. So I kind of just want to say, for dude who was talking to I wish I was on that Clubhouse, so I could have tapped in and been like, yo, what are you talking about? I went and seen Caddalic in 2010, and I did an interview with him in Queens, Pod City. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these dudes on Clubhouse don't really know what the hell they're talking about. So Wack 100 just went the extra mile doing an interview with Caddalic to expose this 50 Cent paperwork, y'all. And I just want to say, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing when it comes to situations like this. Now he's got Caddalic in his back pocket. You know what that means? You know what that means, guys? One day, Irv Gotti is going to go on the show. You know what I'm saying? Even though Irv Gotti and Caddy apparently have a bit of a questionable history, now Irv Gotti is tuned in, everybody. If 50 Cent isn't going to go on the 100 podcast, now Irv Gotti's going on that shit. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight, Schizo. Risk Taker said 50 won't sit with Wack. I disagree with that, man. I disagree with that. I think 50 Cent and Wack have a civil relationship. I think 50 Cent would understand that Wack 100 was just doing an interview with Caddalic. The day and age has changed from the East Coaster, the New York King 50 Cent, the King of New York, dissing everybody that worked with people that he did not like. Those days are over, you guys. I remember those days. I came up in those days. I worked with the likes of Bang'em Smurf and Domination, and we was working with Dyson Ross in those days. I faced the worst of people being afraid of 50 Cent back in those days, you guys, when record labels would say, oh no, what is G Unit going to think? I lived through those days. Major salute, Sean. Bag Life in the building. Why now? Craze. Why now? Because he's starting, Wack 100 is starting his podcast career, and he's got Clubhouse lit. Wack 100 had Clubhouse so lit that he's going to get one of the most major podcast deals. I'm not sure if he's doing it independent. I'm not sure if he's getting a bag to do it, but that's why he's been doing all these stories, you guys. That's why he did the 50 Cent paperwork story with Caddalic. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's responding to Bobby Shmurda. That's why he's making all these stories. I'm not saying he's making the stories up. That's why he's bringing all these stories to the table, because now he has sold everyone, y'all. Risk Taker said, so Wack going to pay for an interview? I don't think so, man. I think Wack is just going to have a conversation with people. I think Wack is going to have a conversation with people, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to have a conversation with people, and he's going to get them to come on the show. He's going to say, yo, we're talking real man to real man. I need you to come on my show. Obviously, the artist is going to be able to use the platform to promote their own projects. Look what NLE Choppa did this week. He pushed Me Versus Me back, and that album went from potentially selling 7,000 or 8,000 copies to now it's going to move about 20,000 units. He saved his album, you guys. These media outlets, these $1 million worth of games, salute my big bro Gilly, Wallow, you know what I'm saying? These platforms like the Breakfast Club, these joints are really what help an artist circulate the news about his album. Why hundreds of thousands of people watch the joints in a single day? PJ's in the building. He said 50 is getting TV money right now. He is not tripping off of no Wack. But 50 will talk his shit if need be. Yeah, PJ agrees. I could see 50 go and do the Wack 100 show. Because 50 actually, or Wack says that he cleared up the whole beef with Game and 50, letting him know that it's not going to be any more crazy shit, it seems. Because every time Game has pulled up on 50, he's sent him bottles, he's gone up to address him and given him daps, or he's just straight up given him his space. So you can tell right there that Wack 100 is a good mediator. Chi what's poppin', Chi? Appreciate you for tapping in. Oh damn. Craze. Controversy sells. Exactly. It sells so much that he now is getting a podcast deal, that he's now got his whole setup. You know what I mean? He's got his whole setup. He's got his whole room. He's doing his whole podcast thing. I'm just going to say I called it, man. I'm just going to say I called it. Perk has a good point. He says you can't be dissing all these people and then try to interview them. Good point, man. You can't be dissing all these people and then you try to interview them. 100%. But like I'm telling you, I think Wack's sell is actually going to be, yo, come on the show, hang out. We'll talk man to man. If we have a misunderstanding, we'll clear it up like men. And anybody with real respect would actually do that, man. Yeah, y'all want to see me pop a bottle? How about we get that Bel Air, baby? How about we get that Bel Air blue popping, man? You know, I'm trying to get that Bel Air endorsement. Ricky Rose, where you at, baby? Let's go. Get that Burr. Let's get that Burr. Let's freeze up my room a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's freeze up the crib. I'll put a whole joint up. This room will be the coldest room in my crib. We'll get the blue room. We'll do the red room. You know what I'm saying? Mikey T, what is the strain tonight? Well, yo, I'm not on the Collins Ave tonight. Tonight, I'm on that official cake mix strain, y'all. What do you mean, why wrestling be on WWE? What does that mean? PJ said, Wack might not have to pay, no way, due to relationships he has. But people will volunteer to come up, especially if it's Clubhouse. Nah, PJ, it's going to be a whole podcast now. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, man. He's used this exclusive platform of Clubhouse to actually present an image of himself and create hype around the idea that he could do a podcast. And he's done it very cleverly, I'll admit. Andre tapping in. Todd did an interview late last year saying 50 didn't rat. Yeah, I've seen multiple interviews with Caddalic Ta actually talking about 50, talking about a respect that they actually had for one another. Now, Wack 100 apparently brought Caddalic Ta on his platform, and now they're Clubhouse amigos, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I kind of respect Wack 100 for showing love to Caddalic Ta. Caddalic Ta is somebody that showed me love back in the day. So when I see somebody who's popping, actually embracing somebody that I mess with, you know what I'm saying? I got to respect that. I mean, if they did a whole interview, a whole Clubhouse joint together talking about 50, that's their prerogative. That would probably be the best thing. That would probably be the best thing to talk to Caddalic Ta about. You know, sometimes when I would go do interviews with guys like Black Child or Caddalic Ta or Ja Rule, the first thing that I would bring up wouldn't be 50 Cent, you know? And I'll just point it out. I have not heard this Clubhouse conversation that allegedly happened with Caddalic Ta. I only heard Wack 100 say, yo, we addressed that shit. We addressed that shit with Caddalic Ta. You late. Because as I was saying a little bit earlier, somebody had called in on the Clubhouse and said, Wack 100 never addresses the snitches of New York. Pretty much practically saying that 50 Cent was a snitch. Do I think 50 Cent is a snitch? No. There's been no 50 Cent never took the stand. Even when there was a strong rumor of him taking the stand against Supreme McGriff. I'm not sure what the year that was. Was that 2007 around the Curtis album, or am I mistaken? Strong rumor around that. It was just an internet rumor. You know, it's kind of like the Troy Ave situation. You know, Troy Ave I don't think I'm not like a lawyer or anything. I haven't been through any ARAB like cases, you know, that whole shit he went through with Cassidy where he actually beat it. So I'm really just speaking, you know, from thought. But Troy Ave said on a record, you know, if it's you or my fam, I'm going to take the stand. He said something along those lines. Like in Troy Ave's case, I don't think he would have ever had to take the stand, just to be 100% honest. So I don't know why he would put that in the record. You know, I think he was really just putting a statement out there to let people know, like, it's his family over everybody else. But it was in really bad taste, man. You're going through a whole case and you're talking about taking the stand on the record. Not a good idea, man. Not a good idea whatsoever to do that. AS says that 50 will not do the interview with Wack 100. But yeah, but like I was saying about the whole thing with 50 Cent and Supreme, I don't think 50 Cent would have ever needed to take the stand against Supreme, just to be 100% honest about that situation. So Troy Ave was kind of bugging when he went on the record and said that he was going to have to take the stand because his case, it's pretty evident what happened. Like, yo, you're bugging. 50 Cent Supreme's case, it's pretty evident they don't even like need to involve like 50's whole situation. Yo, all right, I'll pop a champagne bottle, send in $100 super chat. 50 not with that. I think you're talking about in regard to the Wack 100 podcast. I mean, yo, 50 Cent jumped on Cocaine City. 50 Cent jumped on Cocaine City, you guys, with French Montana. I know that they didn't have any issues before that. I know French Montana had been working up his relationship with 50 at that point, but he has jumped on street DVDs. He has been on the Breakfast Club. We haven't seen him on Vlad, right? But 50 does interviews. Don't put it past him to even go on For the Record with academics. Don't put it past 50 Cent to pop up on $1 million worth of game with Gilly. I'd love to see that personally. T2 says 50 is the last of the real ones. Yeah, man. So that's why I think it's bullshit. It's bullshit that people entertain that snitching shit. You know what I mean? Even though I do be saying that Tony Yayo is my favorite rapper and shit, it's bullshit that people entertain the idea of Yayo snitching as well. I spoke on it earlier, all that alleged shit about Tony Yayo possibly, putting up a lawsuit, the engineer possibly putting up a lawsuit or whatever had happened. Yeah, that's right. Tony Yayo, probably one of my favorite rappers in the game, my favorite in G Unit by far. But I mess with 50 as well. Put the little TikTok videos together. Mikey T messes with 50. Okay, George says, this generation beyond the love and hip hop WWE drama. Well, there's nothing better than a WWF wrestling match, man. All the build up, the rah, 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 all the rah, rah, rah shit for a whole month. And then we get to see them come together on verses. You know what I mean? Kind of like what we saw happen with Dipset and the Locks. You know what I mean? Dipset and the Locks really put on a show for us. You know what I'm saying? They really put on a show for us in regard to the buildup. We saw the buildup videos of Dipset, all at the poker table and shit like that, really taking their competition a little bit lightly. I mean, please don't ever liken the Locks to a poker game. They're much more complex than a simple game of poker. Risk Taker said, okay, he will sit with Wack then. Y'all happy? Y'all changed my mind, even though God gave y'all your owns. Yeah, Risk Taker, I just think it would benefit 50 drastically. You know what I mean? And honestly, the whole thing with the game is over with. Wack 100 apparently is the one who put an end to it. So why wouldn't he go sit with that guy? Sometimes you owe somebody a conversation. You know what I mean? Sometimes you owe somebody a conversation. What was that? The bait that he used to do interviews, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I missed that. The mighty Sluggadon says Wack done went from management to marketing. 100%. I don't know why Wack has that unknown guy with him on his 100 podcast. Like, Wack has this dude who's totally unknown, right? You want somebody relatively unknown, but wouldn't I would be a better co-host than the completely unknown guy. I could come in here and there and shit, but he wants to go with somebody totally unknown. Mikey T, the movie star, would be better, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother check. Wack is a good negotiator. 100%, man. 100%. Wack is a good negotiator. I mean, we see what he's done with Empire. Empire was really willing and able to let him come and do that shit. But honestly, thinking about it now, man, Muwop would have been a better person to manage. Muwop shit is dope. I really like Muwop's music. I really wish he didn't take that turn for the worse and get caught up in this whole situation where he's now legitimately facing life in prison. Academics did a whole video on it. There's news popping all over the internet and shit like that. Academics actually has an interview on Vlad right now that's pretty good. It's pretty good. No, it's really good, man. I ain't gonna say it's pretty good. Vlad does really good work when it comes to that shit. Yo, what it do? What it do? Unless you just come to talk like man, come to clear their name. Yeah, exactly. Come on the show. Let's clear everything up between the two of us, and let's clear up whatever other issues you have as well. That's what I think Wack's pretty much his marketing scheme could be. And I hate to say it, is he going to step in academics' lane? Is this going to be hotter than the For the Record podcast? That would be awesome. That would be awesome, right? Yeah, hip hop be on WWE. Smoking on that marshmallow. What up, baby? What's popping with you? New York native, 845 New York in the building. Salute Mikey T. What's popping with you, G's? What's popping with you, man? 50 a snake? Nah, 50's not a snake, man. If you watch what he's doing, he keeps people around him. Like, look what he did. Maserati Fox. You know what I mean? Maserati Fox got out of jail. He went there and helped him out. Couple other situations though. You know what I mean? Prodigy. He wanted to I think he let Prodigy go and be able to do solo independent albums when he was really, really hot. And then he was able to release Return of the Mac. He was able to release HNIC 2. You know what I'm saying? 50's a good dude on that level. Did they make a couple bad business moves when it came to the G Unit Records? Yeah. Making Young Buck wait three years to release his follow-up to Buck the Work to Straight Outta Cashville. That's a horrible business move. Making Lloyd Banks after Lloyd Banks sold $500,000. But you know what? Shit was just moving so quick, man. Shit was moving so quick. You can always say that with the benefit of hindsight, and you could always say that being an outsider and shit like that. I mean, we heard what happened with Lloyd Banks. Apparently, the Big Withdraw album got lost when he was with a couple ladies. You know what I mean? Blue Hefner shit. But nah, no way is 50 a snake, man. And I want to say, he also, look who he's got around him. El Dorado. Look who he's also put on. The young boys from Queens, Fab Don and Trigger Ock. You know what I mean? Look what he's doing. He's doing real shit. Not to mention a park in Baisley. I don't know too much about that, but I just heard something about it. You know, that's some good shit, man. That's some good shit, as Vince McMahon would say. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, everybody. If you want to see me pop a bottle of champagne, send $100 super chat. Other than that, we're focused on the news. You come here for good conversation, barbershop conversation, and also that hip-hop news. Why Wack 100 would do a video about 50 Cent's paperwork, though? That's what I was getting to. Like, you say, okay, so he's going to ruin his relationship with 50 Cent. Okay, so he's going to have the person that exposed Young Buck on the show, but I bet you he would have Young Buck on the show as well. I told you guys, he's on his Jerry Springer shit. Wack 100's doing his Ricky Lake. You know what I mean? In this media game, no. Wack 100 is doing his Ryan Seacrest. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to have people who have disagreements with others come on your show, man. That's all I'm saying. So Caddalic Ta is there in the clubhouse. You're not going to talk to Caddalic Ta about the infamous rumors of 50 Cent snitching, especially when he's addressed it on other platforms like probably Queen's Flip. Only some platforms really go in detail. And this is why I gave Adam 22 credit, you guys. I gave Adam 22 credit for actually, and I'm not saying it like that. Adam 22 is cool as hell. I gave Adam 22 credit because he actually asked Bobby Shmurda the question that needed to be asked. He didn't just go in there and have a good time and let Bobby Shmurda smoke up weed with Bobby Shmurda. He asked him some serious shit that the whole internet is talking about. The whole internet is talking about Wack 100 calling him out for his dance moves. The whole internet is talking about, has Bobby Shmurda lost the streets because he's doing a little bit of dancing? It's a major controversy right now. People on all the blogs are talking about it. All the clubhouse chats are talking about it. All the YouTube channels are talking about it. Is it going to affect Bobby's career? I don't know. It seems like every time I go look at Shmoney, it's adding another million views to it. Shmoney's doing pretty well, you guys. And I'm looking forward to Bobby Shmurda's new album, Ready to Live. Ready to Live. Throwback to B.I.G. Come on, I'm ready for that shit, man. I don't want to hear nothing about a man dancing. You know what I'm saying? And Bobby Shmurda doesn't really want to hear about it either. Bobby Shmurda was clowning Wack 100, which has forced Wack 100 to reply. You know, Bobby Shmurda did an interview on Adam 22's channel, and he was basically like, I'm not thinking about somebody telling me that I can't dance. Let somebody tell me that I can't dance. What are they going to do? Adam 22 cleared it up saying, in the case of Wack 100, I don't think he was saying that you can't dance. I don't think anybody out there is saying that Bobby Shmurda can't dance. Please don't do your videos. Guys, my dudes, don't do all the new dance moves in your videos. Leave that to Bobby, man. Leave that to Bobby. Just because, you know, Bobby's do whatever you want to do, man. Do whatever you want to do. Just be you, actually. I ain't even going to say that. Just be you, man. If anything, what Bobby Shmurda coming out like this proves is that you can be you in the music industry, man. That's what it proves. $50 went on Drink Champs. Exactly, Casino. 50 does promotional appearances, especially the real ones, man. That's why I say we might see 50 Cent on For the Record. We might see Academics get that interview. Oh, shit, Iceberg. I'm going to light up on that note, man. I'm going to light up on that note. Benefits to 50. Well, I don't know if you missed it, Risk Taker. You must have been here. But benefits of these podcasts, these radio shows, TV appearances, what are the benefits? The benefits are in the record sales. Look what NLE Choppa did. He pushed his album back another week. He made sure to hit the Breakfast Club. He made sure to hit $1 million worth of game. He got in every promotional opportunity that he could. And then he dropped the album and the sales went up to 20K. I shudder to think, cheap plug, tomorrow, February 3rd, Shudder, the Scary Movie Network is dropping my brother's film Slapface, which I actually have a cameo in. So if you want to see Mikey T in the first ever movie that I've done, it's Slapface. It's out tomorrow on Shudder. Capital third letter C just added something to the puzzle. Capital third letter C just added something to the puzzle. Imagine that. Imagine that podcast. First, capital third letter C, I think 50 would have to go on and do the podcast on his own. That's what I think 50 would have to do first. I think he'd have to go and sit with Wack on his own. But then you're kind of right. That would be a major, major episode of Wack's podcast if he could actually have 50 Cent in the game on there together. Now, honestly, sometimes podcasts are better done alone. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes podcasts are better done alone. Sometimes it's better if you have a co-host. All slick talkers are good negotiators. Hell, man, if you get 50 in the game together, you got to sell that shit to BET, though, or something. If you get them to film together, you got to sell that shit to BET. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if Wack 100 had Wiz and Amber Rose. Imagine if he did that episode. I don't know if he's going to go there with it, though. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's going to go there with it. Hey, Wax, what's popping, man? $10.17 was popping. Erica, what's popping? How you doing tonight? Boss Don, what's popping? Free Max B. Free my brother Max B. Trench Baby in the building. Major salute. Let me know what city you're from if you want. Trench Baby said 50 changed Big Meech and Little Meech's life forever. That might be the realest shit for real. Yeah, 50 came in and really did a solid for them, but also he really took their legacy and really made it beautiful. You know what I mean? The legacy of Big Meech now being depicted on, television. It's such a beautiful experience. You know what I'm saying? Look at his son able to act in the show. It's changing his life. It's taking him to a whole nother level. I see him on his lives, Lil Meech on the lives. You got like 5,000 people watching him on live now, man. Lil Meech done turned up, man. Capital third letter C. I can't hate on Wack for being like that, man. You cannot hate on Wack for being about his business. You know what I'm saying? To be arguing with Mimo 600 on the phone and then be like, listen, come meet me at the podcast and we can have this discussion live, to be 100% honest with you. And we're going to hear each other out. If that's what he's going to do, that is gold. Yep. Exactly. That's what it's about. It's about having a dialogue, risk taker. And that's what I think he's going to use as a selling point. And I think you got to love the idea of not only now 50 Cent just doing the Wack Hunt 100 podcast, but eventually him sitting down with the game on that podcast. Don't tell me that's never going to happen, because if that needs to happen, those two need to. I remember the press conference where they made them shake hands. No, man, these dudes, they needed to really sit down and have a 3-hour conversation. That's how you settle bullshit on a podcast. 3-hour conversation. Y'all know we do it for 3 hours. Bless the mag, excuse me. He says, I don't know, man. At this point, he's drug Young Buck's name through the mud too much for a civilized conversation like that. Bless the mag is referring to Wack 100 bringing Young Buck on the podcast. Hey, I'm going to disagree with you there. Me asking Young Buck for an interview is a lot different than Wack 100 asking Young Buck for an interview. You know what I mean? That's why Gilly the Kid and Wallow, Joe Budden, Nori, that's why these guys are so successful, because a lot of their peers are just so thrilled to see them doing what they're doing when it comes to that, showcasing their skills in other ways and stuff. So they're just so hyped to see it. And that's what makes certain people do interviews. Some guys don't do interviews, but they do it just for the fact that some of their hip hop peers have started doing podcasts. Now, Wack 100 is going to have an immediate edge because a lot of people in the industry just like his shit, want to have a conversation with him. Major people like Star, for instance. Like, imagine the podcast episode Wack 100 could do with Star. Now I'm just giving out episode ideas. Now I just booked somebody's whole season, so I'm just going to chill out because I don't have my room. I don't have my boardroom where I make my decision. I smoke and shit like that. And I got the window where I'm looking out and getting a peace of mind. Now I'm just giving people too many ideas of what they can do for shows. I done booked your whole season. So we're going to move on from that. Real salute. Prophecy. The real prophecy. That means New Jersey's in the building. Oh! Wack said Bobby Shmurda lost the streets, right? Wack said Bobby Shmurda lost the streets for dancing. He also went as far to say that Bobby would have never had the streets had he danced. You know what I'm saying? So Prince 550 is saying that Wack lost the streets for talking to a rat. A lot of people have been on his ass for that since that happened, Prince. But in all honesty, ever since he talked to the rat, he's just got more popular, man. Somebody like Gilly the Kid didn't have to have him on his podcast to become the biggest guy in media, but somebody did. Somebody did at least that wanted to stick around. You know what I mean? Homegirl from the Shade Room. I don't know if she'd be doing interviews all the time. But Wack 100 did the interview with 6ix9ine, and then he just stuck around. George says Bobby is on his Diddy right now. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. With Bobby being on his Diddy, with being on his Diddy, the D, the I, the D. Yeah, 2 Ds. It's a shame that Banks' album got leaked. Yeah, the big withdrawal. But let me ask you, man, Young Generation 84, did you like the big withdrawal more than Rotten Apple? I'd probably say no, but Rotten Apple was like kind of like, you know what I mean? Now the singles, Get Low. I don't know if Get Low was originally going to be the song on the big withdrawal. It ended up on the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack. But Get Low was nothing that I liked compared to Hands Up. Hands Up was much better. I liked Hands Up more than On Fire, but On Fire pushed the album to sell 440,000 units. Schizo said podcast is the new news. Yeah, podcast is the new news. It's the new documentary. It's the new, 60 Minutes. You know what I'm saying? Imagine 60 Minutes with 50 Cent in the game. We uncover it all. Why did they never pay them? Or maybe 60 Minutes doesn't work like that. Why did they never pay 50 Cent in the game $1 million each to go and do that? I don't know. Yo, Ryan the G, major love out to Los Angeles, man. Major salute. Major salute to everybody on the West Coast. Bobby Shmurda featuring MC Hammer. Bobby will not do that right now. I know for a fact that Bobby would not do that right now, even though he's doing all the dancing. What's going on, Mr. Queens? The talking New York City. Christopher, what's popping with you, man? Bless the Mag. A 3-year wait for an album release is career for anyone that's not a legend. Yeah, man, especially when a guy like, did you just call me Mitsubishi Mikey T? Oh, Mitsubishi Ta. Yo, don't hate on my dude Caddalic Ta. I don't care what Ta says. Ta showed me love, but Ta really usually he be just saying some real ass shit, But Ta showed me love when not many others did, man. Ta let me come out to Pive City when I'd only heard about it wrapped on, the tracks. I'd never been to Pive City, but Caddalic Ta let me come out to Pive City. He did an interview with me. Major love to Caddalic Ta. Young Generation says 50 doesn't mess with Wack. I doubt that, man. I doubt that. Wack 100 seems to have his ways. Everybody share this video. When I say share this video, you guys, I'm talking about on your social media. If you just got Facebook, post it on your Facebook. You know what I mean? If you got friends that are involved with hip hop, shoot it over to them. Put it on your Twitter. Put it in the story your Instagram, man. Tag me. I'll tag you back. I show love to everybody. My Instagram link is actually pinned up. So if anybody wants to tap in with me on the gram, I will follow you back as well. Joseph, what's popping? Canada, Toronto. Hell yeah. Wack is eating good. Young generation knows his shit. Appreciate you for tapping in. Slapface drops tomorrow, you guys. That's right. A lot of you guys have asked, a lot of people ask, oh, Mikey T, you're in movies? Mike, you're in movies? Like, they be asking me, are you really in movies? And I'm like, yo, my brother is a director. My brother has a new film dropping on Shudder tomorrow, probably tonight at midnight, actually. And it actually has a brief cameo from yours truly. I have a brief cameo in a movie on Shudder. Shudder, if you don't know what it is, it's pretty much a horror movie platform like Netflix. All horror films, though. Some of the dopest horror films. So I'm going to put the trailer up. I'm putting the trailer up right now. And it's pinned up, you guys. If anybody wants to check out the trailer for Slapface, I want you to do that, man. I'd really appreciate if everybody checked out the trailer for Slapface. And you can see my first role in a movie. Y'all can see my first role in a movie. Check out the Wikipedia for Slapface as well. You'll see that I'm on there, man. Major salute to my brother Jeremiah Kipp. Now, if you're asking what is Shudder, Shudder is a horror movie platform that you can download and you can get a week for free. You can get a week for free if you download it. So you can pretty much watch Slapface for free. Right, guys, just go to shudder.com and you can get a free 7-day trial. If you guys want to cancel it, if it's not your thing, you cancel it, but it's got all the best horror films on it. So check it out. I'm going to leave it pinned. Thank you, G. I appreciate it. Definitely a big opportunity. Slapface actually has the kid August Maturo from Boy Meets World spinoff called Girl Meets World. He was also in The Nun, though. If you guys remember, there was a scene where a little boy was possessed in The Nun. He was actually in that scene. August Maturo is dope. Respect, Mikey. Appreciate you, man. Mikey T, merch. I would buy. Merch is coming soon for everybody that cares. Kelsey Clark, major salute to you for tapping in, man. George says his grandmother was in Rocky. Interesting, man. Hell yeah. Scam Reno says that he was in a movie. He said, check out Raising Wolves. I played the second main character, the conscience of the main character, the Baltimore film. Oh, Scam Reno, you from Baltimore, bro? Yo, Nels, what's poppin', homie? I need everybody to share this video right now on your social media. Tonight, we're talking hip-hop news, man. Wack 100. Apparently, he did a Clubhouse on 50 Cent's paperwork that he involved Caddalic Ty with. Some people are late. They think Wack 100 is afraid to talk about certain people, right? Wack 100 is uncensored. Mikey T is uncut. Wack 100 is uncensored, you guys. The dude will say just about anything that he believes to be true. He's not just going to spout off on the mouth about bullshit, unless, of course, he's talking about that movie, 50 Shades of Grey sequel that already exists. Lamont says Wack is corny. Appreciate you, Casino. Appreciate you, bro. Risk taker, smoke up, gang. All Pro 206 said, what up? Just watched the trailer. The ish looks scary, and I'm not saying that just because I F with you. Appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you giving some boost to the film, man, and giving your insight as far as what you think about the trailer. That's love, man. That's love. If you're not into horror films, I totally respect it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not into horror films, I totally respect it. But just know, everybody that clicks the link in my bio, watch the trailer. If you go and you get on Shudder this week and you watch Slapface, I will let you come on the channel and do an official review of Slapface. So everybody that watches Slapface, I'm going to let you come on the channel and do an official review. What's up? What are you talking about, brother? You just hit my dispense. Shit litty, Mikey. Wedding cake. Wedding cake in the making. All right, what it do? What it do, Wheezy? Mikey T need to try this Harry Potter kush. Brooklyn in the house, without a doubt. What was the next lyric of that part? I'll be rapping about. All right, so anyways, let's get back into this situation with FBG Duck. The case that's going on with FBG Duck right now, you guys. We know several people from O Block have been arrested, involved with it, and it's a pretty messed up situation because they were actually talking about the death penalty being involved. But I want to let you all know that has been removed, and they're saying if he is convicted, that they will not be seeking that. They will actually not be seeking that penalty for Muwop, you guys, but he is facing life in prison over this situation. It's a pretty crazy whole ordeal that's happened, man. DJ Academics actually said that there's an offer in the prosecutor's hands, and he also said that the feds usually go for the death penalty, but not usually when it comes to rappers, though. The feds apparently filed the document in court that if Muwop is convicted at trial, they will not seek the death penalty, you guys. Will there be a plea deal in this case? Are they going to go to trial? I don't know at this point. It's pretty early, as we were discussing the other day, from when they've actually been arrested. These cases could take a number of years, and several plea deals could be presented. You know what I mean? The shittiest thing about this is that it had to happen in the first place. You know, I don't understand why these guys are doing this when they're on the internet doing millions of views. You know what I mean? I go on the internet and do my thing when it comes to hip hop news, and I'm really satisfied with what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I can't imagine a guy like Muwop who's doing 2 million and when he's with King Von 5 to 7 to 10 million views on the internet. Like he's got a real career, you know, and that's why I was sort of comparing this to Rondo number 9, who was at a much different point of his career. His videos were not even as, you know, glossy as Muwop's. And I know it's much more than about a video presentation and all that shit, but like that's just one thing to factor in. Like Muwop looked like a full put together rapper, whereas Rondo number 9 had a long way to go. And that's no shot at Rondo number 9. It's just where they were at the time. You know, these guys had not really blown up like that. There was still skepticism out there that even Little Dirk wasn't going to blow up or Little Reese wasn't going to blow up. You know, Chief Keef was gone, but there was still skepticism about, you know, others blowing up. Hell yeah, King Louis the 13th, major salute, brother. Risk Taker says, I don't pick sides. Yeah, it's really bullshit. Like when the fans are expected to pick sides in this situation. And that's when we were just talking about Wack 100, like, and DJ Academics and Vlad and Adam 22. They're able to interview people from both sides of the fence. You know what I mean? It's not about picking sides, man. Let the people be fans of who they're going to be fans of. Let people be friends with who they're going to be. Every one of your friends doesn't have to be all of my friends. I mean, shit, if you can be friends with your friends as friends, then that's a beautiful thing. I mean, we see working relationships like that all the time, but it doesn't have to be the blueprint. Uh, Yeah, Casino. I didn't want to I wasn't trying to say that because people be like, "Oh, so Mikey T, you're on the internet saying that Little Reese fumbled the bag, but you want to do an interview with him." You see, that's how the shit like, and I'm just using that as an example, because I'm not on here saying that shit, Casino, but that's just like an example. Somebody can't just speak. Somebody can't just say something about what they've seen or read or, the perception that they have of something that happened. And then automatically that person doesn't want to talk to them. You do got to be respectful, though. That's why you don't hear me on here talking about, oh, this dude flopped, that dude flopped. A lot of people out there talking about me versus me selling 20K. That shit's a flop. No, that dude done saved his albums by doing a couple interviews. You heard him. He said he drove 2 hours to go see Gilly and Wallow. Look how many views they did. They obviously got a few thousand sales out of that. The kid is smart. A lot of us, we travel hundreds of miles. I traveled thousands. I traveled to Philly, Jersey, Boston, Maryland, Virginia, Atlanta. I went to all these places driving hundreds of miles just to put shit on the internet. NLE Choppa traveled. He was in New York, so he's like, screw it. I'm going to go to Philly. He traveled there and he did 700 million views. You know what I mean? 700,000, a million views. He made a couple thousand in sales. It's people are doing what they're doing. We're all traveling for reasons, man. It's all got its payoffs. Yeah, George, it's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. It really is. I do agree with you. Making money is the plan. How he fumbled the bag. Fans didn't gravitate towards his music, like Little Dirk or even Duck. Well, risk taker, you pretty much answered the question for yourself right there, bro. Honestly, you're right. That's what it really boils down to. You know what I mean? If you don't want to get into all the the political bullshit, if you just want to really just say what it boils down to, because a lot of people are gonna add in their opinions, what they thought somebody should have did, who he should have stayed closer to, singles he shouldn't have. You know what I mean? People are going to throw all that extra spice in there. But in reality, it's just the people that weren't gravitating to the music as much as they were with, Chief Keef and with Little Dirk. When Chief Keef went right, Little Dirk went left. Little Dirk really has embraced a whole other crowd than Chief Keef ever was after in the first or at in with or after in the first place. And plus the grind is real. His grind is real. Who had a bigger career, Duck or Reese? I'm gonna have to say, Little Reese was getting hella bread. Like Little Reese was getting hella bread. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he get a deal with Def Jam as well? Wasn't Little Reese signed to Def Jam? Like I thought Def Jam had picked up Little Reese and Little Dirk. Um, but yeah, Little Dirk did blow by Sosa. But the question right now is Duck or Reese. And RIP FBG Duck. You know what I'm saying? So that's the question, Duck or Reese. Because Reese was really getting hella bread. He was getting hella bread. But the thing of it is the connection of the music. I really think overall FBG Duck was going further than Little Reese has gone. Little Reese, the whole thing with his throat and his voice, it is not necessarily what stopped his career, just being real. His music had already stalled out. His music had already begun to stall, whereas Chief Keef's went where it went and Little Dirk's continued to rise. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to say Duck was going further, but Little Reese made hella bread, man. Little Reese was the type of dude who could make like $5,000 in a day, any day of the week, or just $1,000 any moment. So I think at a certain point in time, Little Reese was getting a lot more money than FBG Duck, but that's just my opinion. Boom, right there, the real prophecy. If we talking name, Reese. If we talking music, Duck. As far as music, Duck. Reese still here. Music wise, who do I like better, NBA Youngboy or Fredo Bang? Oh, definitely NBA Youngboy, man. Fredo Bang is dope, but NBA Youngboy, like I think Birdman has said it, like he's like gonna be one of the biggest of the generation. I just hope he can get through everything he's going through right now. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how long he's gonna have to go back in for. Really unfortunate, but he's still young, meaning he's going to come back and have a career within the next few years. We'll have to see what happens with NBA Youngboy. Obviously, throughout those 3-4 years, he's going to be locked up as much as 7 from what he said in his own music. He's going to have material to put out there. He's going to have a shitload of material to put out there. You could just tell the massive rate of the way he records his music, which I am really impressed by. George says he likes Fredo more. Fredo is dope, man. George says, I'm in my early 30s and I'd rather hear about Rakim and his wisdom stories. So Bobby Shmurda was clowning Wack 100, and Wack 100 had to respond, y'all, right? Wack 100 responded to Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda said all types of shit about Wack 100. He didn't want to. But Adam 22 asked. And since no other interviewer asked, let me think, would I have asked? Let me answer that question, you guys. In the chat, do you guys think if I had Bobby Shmurda on this channel, if I had Bobby on the channel, guys, would I have asked Bobby Shmurda about Wack 100? Would I have asked him about getting called out about dancing? Would I have taken the time out of my interview time with Bobby Shmurda to ask him about something that he's getting called out about? Do y'all think I would have asked him about that? And then do you think I would have took it a step further like Adam 22 did and asked him about Wack 100? What do y'all think? Let them know, Iceberg. We do not support the NYC, the shit going on within the drill community in New York, man. Everybody needs to tighten up, man, and do better. Please, for all of us out here watching what you're doing, if not for your own friends and family who are depending on you. Schizo said, yes, you would. Bless the Mag said, based on all the ideas you have given out tonight, absolutely. Risk Taker CEO, that's my dude. I'm gonna have to roll up. Yo, roll up, man. Just give me the raws, man. All right, man. I gotta get my boy to bring the raws in here. Hold on. Yeah, I only got one left. PJ said maybe about dancing, not about Wack 100. You're right, PJ. I don't really I wouldn't really like to take my interview off like that if I had the opportunity to interview Bobby Shmurda. Actually, no, I'm playing. You know I would have asked about that shit. You know I would have asked Bobby about Wack, man. But that's why Adam 22 got this shit locked in. Oh, I'm taking Jada over Styles. Sorry, man. Styles P has shown me some love. I've been to one club with him. Cat Stacks was there. He actually got tight at me for taking a picture with him and Cat Stacks. But Jada over Styles. Yeah, man. I love Jada Kiss, man. Yo, Tanya. Scam Reno says, I don't think you would. Yeah, when I get an opportunity to interview somebody, man, first of all, I'm not going to shy away to all the good shit. You know what I mean? I'm not going to shy away from all the good shit. But it's really just whenever I do an interview, I make sure I do the best job that I can, just to be 100% with you. Nah, I don't know, man. Nah, PJ. I don't let nobody. Well, my one boy, he was actually stuffing the blunts at one point for me. But no, man, I haven't let nobody roll for me since I was like 16. When I was like 16, I was buying a bunch of chronic and shit, and I'd have my boy roll up and shit. But then later in that year, I was like, yo, I'm probably wasting some weed. Probably not a whole lot, but I'm probably wasting some. So I just started rolling up on my own. Never let anybody roll up for me since then. I don't know about that. I don't know if Adam 22 is going to mess with me on that level. I think I could do a great segment on there. I think I could do a great segment on anybody's channel, really, whether it was Revolt or if it was Barstool Sports. If Gilly lined that up for me, you know what I mean? My hip hop shit, I think it could fit in on a number of places, man. Everyday struggle type shit. PJ says, I think Adam asked about Wack because he knows him personally. Good point, PJ. I wouldn't really want to base my interview on somebody else. I mean, if I was on if World Star had hit me up and said, yo, Mikey T, we want you to go interview Bobby Shmurda and make sure you ask him about Wack 100. If that's what I was there to do, I mean, that's another story. That's a whole other story. Damn, bro, I appreciate that, man. A lot of people did hit me up and said they loved that Black De Niro interview. But let's get to what Bobby actually said that was so disrespectful before we get to Wack 100's response. Bobby said, Adam said, in the case of Wack 100, I don't think he was saying that you can't dance. He was saying he thinks it's having a bad effect on how you're perceived by gangsters. So Wack 100 is like on this tip of gangsters got to perceive you a certain way for you to move in the industry. Like he's on some old head type shit, some old head type shit, like back from the early 2000s, the late 90s type shit. Bobby said, you're talking about the Love and Hip Hop guys? Adam was like, no, he's not on Love and Hip Hop. He said, what does he do? Podcast? Adam said he manages Blueface in the game. And Bobby said, oh, I don't give a F about none of that shit. He said, I F with the game, but he's nothing to talk about. I made $1 million this week. Why would I want to talk about Wack 100? I don't want to talk about Wack 100. Why would I want to talk about Wack 100? He said, I made $1 million this week. Why would I want to talk about Wack 100? Bobby Shmurda making $1 million in a week. He's not trying to waste his time. I imagine if Bobby would have been told about this, being interviewed about Wack 100, he might have dipped. He might have dipped out of no jumper that day. But you know what? Adam 22, being the professional that he is, he got it done. You know what I'm saying? He got it done. He got something that probably only MTV or Revolt would get. So that's why No Jumper is right there. A lot of people on Revolt and MTV wouldn't have did an interview style like that, though. But that's what makes No Jumper just as good. Well, that did it. The Real Prophecy says $1 million a week. He could care less. So Wack 100 totally got clowned on No Jumper, you guys. I really didn't expect it. I didn't expect it, but he got asked. You know what I mean? Wack 100 got straight up clowned, and he had a response. He had a response. He actually posted. He actually posted the interview where Bobby Shmurda is saying that he doesn't even want to talk about him. He doesn't give a F about none of that. He's nothing to talk about. Wack 100 posted the link where Bobby Shmurda said that he's nothing to talk about in his bio. Like, what kind of shit, what kind of whack shit is that to do? No pun intended, or pun intended. So Wack responded, though, you guys. And Wack responded to the dancing as well. Because in this interview, Bobby had been asked by Adam 22 if dancing is popular in jail. Bobby said that the old heads would get mad at him for dancing in jail, right? So Wack 100 posted on his gram. He said, click the link in my bio. But damn, at Adam 22, you let Bobby Shmurda diss me like that? So this is the first part. First, he said, you let Bobby Shmurda diss me like that. So apparently you're right, PJ. These guys actually know each other. I think Wack did an interview on No Jumper. Yeah, I think I might have watched that. GT Massive. Oh, it is about the dancing. Stay tuned. It is about the dancing. So Wack took offense that Adam would let Bobby Shmurda diss him on his show. It's like, come on, man. Are you serious? That's No Jumper, man. That's Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda going on No Jumper is what makes No Jumper an elite platform. If you censor Bobby Shmurda, you're doing an injustice to the platform. Simple as that. So, Wack 100 said, damn, Adam, you let Bobby Shmurda diss me like that? Man, I'm booking dance classes now. He said, I'm booking dance classes now. Gangsters don't dance, we boogie. Hashtag gangsters don't dance, we boogie. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wack 100's response to Bobby Shmurda, aside from getting upset at Adam 22, but you know what? That doesn't mean Wack 100 isn't going to go back on the No Jumper podcast. You know what I mean? Because you got to be civil to this situation. You have to know how to handle it. You got to handle it with a demeanor that's respectful to the music industry, or else you're blackballed. I'm sure Wack knows a lot about that. He's seen a lot of guys get blackballed. He's been alongside them throughout the years. You know, Suge Knight, for instance. But he's taken it to this level of booking dance classes. Man, I'm booking dance classes now. Gangsters don't dance, we boogie. Hashtag. I can appreciate the comedic demeanor, you know, because he did tag Adam 22, No Jumper, even tagged Bobby Shmurda. I can appreciate the comedic demeanor. You know, I'm a funny guy. You know, I won class clown in my school, best class clown or whatever the hell it was called back in the day. But come on, man. You done talked a lot of shit, Wack, to the point where you got Bobby Shmurda saying, what did he say? He's nothing to talk about. You, Wack, have left a bad taste You've left a bad taste in Bobby Shmurda's mouth. Pause for my New Yorkers. But let's relate this to 50 Cent, because earlier on I was going all the way in, pause, for Wack 100, saying that 50 Cent would go on his show. 50 Cent would make an appearance on the 100 podcast. But in all honesty, man, you, Bobby Shmurda, you're trying to save it. You're trying to save it with this comedic post. So you better do something else to save it, man. You better get on the phone with Shmurda, have that conversation. Be like, yo, you did the No Jumper podcast. You know what I'm saying? You did the No Jumper podcast. So I think it's been a little bit misconstrued how I'm feeling about you. Maybe we need to talk about this in person. I think that's the angle he's got to take, because right now, like the way he's coming at people, like bringing up 50 Cent's paperwork with Caddalic Ty, bringing up Bobby Shmurda's dancing in such a aggressive fashion, a distasteful fashion, dissing him over dancing. He's barking up the wrong tree when it comes to media guy. You know what I mean? This isn't the right tree to bark up when you're trying to become the media guy. Let me just tell you firsthand, that's not how you do things. Dancing, graffiti, all forms of hip hop. Yeah, I don't see why Bobby Shmurda gets, he gets like really hated for his dancing. Now, I'm not telling everybody out there and their cousins and their sisters to start. Well, I mean, girls obviously they be dancing and shit. But I'm not telling y'all to start dancing in your videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to get all P Diddy, get all Papa Diddy pop on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to go all Sean Puff Daddy Combs in your videos and start dancing and all that, but do what you do. You know what I mean? But just because Bobby can hit those moves, I'm a fan of Bobby's dancing. I'll say it. If no other blogger has said it out there, I dig Bobby's dancing. It's pretty damn cool. But don't be thinking, it's like Spider-Man, right? Don't be thinking just because you put on that Spider-Man mask and the outfit and all that, don't be thinking you can do what Spider-Man does. Don't be thinking just because you put your iPhone on you and you start shaking your hips, you're going to be necessarily looking as cool as Bobby Shmurda doing it, because not many do. I'm just keeping it real, man. Bobby has got my vote of confidence when it comes to him doing the Macarena or whatever it is he be doing. Is Chris Brown less gangsta? Well, Chris Brown to me has never really been known as being the gangsta guy. I mean, if you remember, Chris Brown popped up in the Joel Santana video, whatever that joint was called, and he was dancing in the streets. But I never really looked at Chris Brown or Usher or these R&B singers as kind of gangsta dudes. There was one gangsta dude though who was an R&B singer, and that was my bro. Actually, I'm gonna say. All right, PJ, go watch the video. Go watch the video, Bobby's 3 videos or whatever, and then come back to the live and tell me about that. Chris Brown is gangsta. What up, Bonds? What's popping, brother? Bobby got moves. Hell yeah, Bobby's got moves, man. But not everybody needs to try those moves out. The Macarena. Hey! I ain't gonna say the rest. What did Bond say in the last video? Hey! Send a super chat. So Bobby clowned the hell out of Wack. Wack responded a little bit oddly. I mean, putting the interview where the dude is clowning you in his in his headline, in his headline profile, a little bit weird to me, but let me see. I'm gonna send the link to your Instagram, bro. Let me know if you're ready. Hey! Bonds versus Mikey T Smoke Off. That'll be a never-ending stream. I ain't saying the name. I ain't saying the name. Yeah, Gilly and Wiz Smoke Off. That'd be cool. Actually, didn't they just have a little smoke off on the podcast? Nah, man, no, that's not really dry snitching. I was just talking in like the aspect of being a gangsta type rapper, but also a gangsta R&B singer. You know what I mean? And I've only really known one. There's a couple though. You had August Alsina. That dude was a straight G. But I guess if I'm calling August Alsina a G, you would have to call Chris Brown a G. I never got to meet Chris Brown, man. I never got to meet C Breezy because I didn't go over to California with all the guys like it's Matic and all them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to meet Chris Brown. I bet you he is a cool ass dude though. I would have loved to have meet Chris Brown on that video set with Compton Menace. That shit would have been lit. You know what I'm saying? That shit would have been lit. George, come on, bro. Keep it PG. Keep it PG 13, brother. Keep it PG 13. Jay Brown's in the building. Salute to you, bro. What's popping? They had an interview with and Gilly. Yup. Gilly be I was about to say the slaying. Can I say that or I gotta add a pause to that, you guys? Do I gotta add a pause to that one? It's all good, George. I was actually just messing with you, bro. I was actually just messing with you, man. Don't blow up my spot with Jada Pinkett, man. Don't you ever do that. Damn, I got to twist something up, you guys. I got to twist something up. What's popping, everybody? Mikey T, the movie star here. I am your host, the hottest host in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's what the say. Hell yeah, M League tapping in, baritone deeps. Okay, I see you, man. Everybody, if you're wondering what's pinned up, it's the new movie Slapface. Slapface drops February 3rd, which is now. The movie's out now on Shudder, so you could basically go to Shudder and download Shudder. It's like $7 a month, but you get a free month, so you guys can go watch Slapface for free right now, pretty much. And everybody that watches Slapface, I'm gonna let you come on the channel and give a personal review of it. That's right, y'all. Whoever comes on the channel or whoever watches Slapface, I will let you come on the channel and do a review. Oh yeah, major shout out to Fall River, Mass. That's where I go and get my chronic, man. Right over there, right about in Fall River, man. I'm going to roll something up right now before I get back into the news. For everybody just tuning in, we'll go over the topics again. We're speaking on FBG Duck and Muwop's case, the O Block case, actually. Speaking on Wack 100, who apparently did an interview with Caddalic Ta. I haven't seen it, but I heard Wack 100 actually reference it. Apparently, they had what is called a paperwork party. A paperwork party, guys. I never really did a paperwork party. I guess that's what people love to do on the internet nowadays. They like to somebody in the chat, how do these paperwork parties work, man? And what the hell, man? Why are they using fake paperwork? But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That's a violation. That's a violation using fake paperwork. It's a violation as well as it's like, what the hell are you doing? In the public's eye, it's like, come on, man, you're embarrassing yourself, man. And then in the streets, the people are like, bro, now we can never believe another thing that you say again. It's like, come on, man. Like, now don't get me wrong. I'm not going against Caddalic going on Wack 100's platform, or I guess the clubhouse, and having a conversation. Caddalic has always been good to me. But I mean, I don't hold nothing against that. I mean, who am I? I'm not a member of G Unit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, well, who would hold it against Wack 100 either? Wack 100 had the former Murder Inc. guy on his show. What else are you going to talk about? Wack 100 has Caddalic on the show, one of the 5 members of Murder Inc. What else are you going to talk about, man? I really can't blame him, you guys. Hell no, 50 ain't no rat, Eric. They're just talking about old fugazi ass paperwork, man. Oh, Iceberg just explained to me what a paperwork party is. So apparently you call 15 guys and you expose a rat. Paperwork party. I had a couple. But Clubhouse made it go viral. The paperwork has gone viral a couple times. I mean, Murder Inc., you know what I'm saying? Irv Gotti was going up trying to sabotage the whole Get Rich or Die Trying album. They failed. They failed. You waited too long. Who waits until the week or two before the album comes out to start using all your plugs to go and diss somebody after they have the biggest shit in the streets? I'm just being real, man. But yeah, Eric, but in all honesty, like I'm saying, Wack has Caddalic on the show. What else is he going to talk about? I mean, come on, you could talk about the Fast and the Furious soundtrack, but no. I mean, maybe I haven't seen the interview. Maybe they did talk about the Fast and the Furious soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? When I got to speak with Ja Rule in an interview, you guys, when I got to interview Ja Rule a few years ago, Risk Taker CEO, major salute. It's no money in the truth. It's billions in lies. Damn, Risk Taker. Big fact right there. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because fiction is what sells, man. But, when I got to interview Ja Rule, I want to say I was the first one to ask Ja Rule a question that went viral just a year ago maybe. Do you guys remember hearing about how Ja Rule turned down Fast and the Furious 2, turning down Too Fast, Too Furious? I was the first blogger to ask Ja Rule about that shit. Like, goddamn. When I meet up with a rapper, you guys, I don't just ask them about the bullshit, man. I don't just ask them about the bullshit. Like, I really try to get the real shit, man. But like, I'm not gonna knock Wack 100 because when you got Caddalic on your clubhouse, and the people are chiming in, Wack, what do you think about 50 Cent being a snitch? Da da da. One reason they ask him that is because he's associated with the game. You know what I mean? Another reason they ask that is because that's a question that's always asked in hip hop. 50 Cent has so many fans and so many haters that people are always have been talking about that. But like I said a little bit earlier, we never saw 50 pop up on the stand. It was crazily rumored, you know what I'm saying? But he never ended up doing it. I don't think he ever would have done that shit, man. Did you ever interview Prodigy? No, I never had the opportunity to even meet. Actually, that's a lie. I watched Prodigy's last performance before he did the 3-year bid. I went to the show at BB King's when Maserati Fox actually jumped in the crowd. I was tripping, y'all. I was at the show. I was front stage with my girl, right? I brought my girl to BB King's. I thought it was going to be cool. So somebody threw a cup at Maserati Fox. He took off his chain, jumped in the crowd. They cleared out half the shit. I grabbed my girl, and I'm like standing in front of her. and it was all popping off at the other side of the venue and shit. I mean, you're like, Mikey T, what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna back down from nobody. First of all, you know what I'm saying? If somebody comes over in the vicinity of me and my girl, I'm gonna start swinging. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna back down. First of all, like, I didn't even know who Maserati Fox really was right then. I was like, all right. So they were saying G Unit and all that. So I was like, all right, this is a G Unit guy. I was rocking with Mobb Deep at the time, heavy. You know what I'm saying? I was there for Prodigy's last performance. They jump in the crowd, start going ape shit. They call Maserati back to the stage. I'm like, calm my girl down. I'm like, yo, that's what kind of happens here at these hip hop shows. It gets a little crazy with this shit. And but you know, like I had actually taken her to see Nas as well, but that was in Rhode Island in Providence, and somebody had passed out at the show. But this was like the first time some ever crazy shit like that happened in front of her. So I was like, yeah, this is what happens sometimes at these shows. Appreciate you, XO King. Major salute. Yeah, you know how I do. Facts, Trench Baby. Hell no, bro. That shit keeps me right. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool in there, Iceberg. What up, Big Junior? Wack always talking slick. Lafayette, Wack is always taking advantage of opportunities as well. You know what I mean? Like, just because Queen's Flip goes in and does some of the best interviews, you know what I mean? And he really digs in on actual topics and shit like that. It doesn't mean that's how everybody has to do it per se. You know, if Wack 100 is going to come in and talk to somebody for an hour, you know what I mean? If Wack 100 is going to come in and talk to somebody for an hour about the juicy shit, you got shows that are like that. I mean, look at the Shade Room. That shit done popped off and went crazy. Let me hold on. Let me know. I think Bond Simmons is going to jump in here with Bonds. Let me know when you're good to go. Okay, I think Bonds is ready. Bonds, good. You good to go, Bonds? How do you drink Red Bull so late at night, homie? Ha ha ha. Yo, man. Well, I mean, I'm streaming for a few hours. You know what I'm saying? Just like these dudes be streaming when they're playing the video games and shit. But also, after this, man, I'm smoking as much weed as I can before the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have any more of these shits, I'm gonna have to go. Apparently, I don't, because my boy's telling me I don't. But I might have to go out and get some Dutches. But that's not a bad thing. My man right here, Lafayette, says, clout chasing is a hell of a drug. Clout chasing is a hell of a drug. You know, man, who's clout chasing? Who's clout chasing? You know what I'm saying? For somebody who's actually involved in the industry to get up and actually talk about the industry, I don't really look at that as clout chasing. You know, Wack has a perspective that a lot of people actually care about. Just because he wants to bring on the person exposing Young Buck, just because he wants to bring on somebody who isn't necessarily a friend of the game. 50 Cent, even though 50 Cent in the game are cool now. That's not such a big deal, man. That's what people in the media do. Some people in the media have done worse. You know what I mean? Real stories of exposing artists from people who are actually major enemies and shit like that, published exposing people in tabloid magazines. Like, we've seen a lot worse, man. So Wack 100 doing it this way, just because he gives Caddalic Ta a little bit of shine. And to me, it kind of looks more like on Clubhouse, people be questioning people and kind of like making them defend themselves on there. It's like people all you got to do to get off Clubhouse, I think, is to close the app on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are getting a little bit too caught up with that. people in the industry always clout chase. They invented it. Yeah, but you know, when you've got people who are credible actually speaking on projects, the way, like somebody in the chat had said he was really just critiquing it as a management. You know, that's really an honest opinion right there. That's kind of what he's doing. He's going a little bit far. I mean, saying the guy is losing the respect of the streets, it's like, you're 50, dude. You're like a 50-year-old man. Like, what? Like, you're doing movie deals. Like, what the hell do you got to talk about the streets when you're talking about me for? Like, you're doing movie deals, you're doing music deals. Why are you talking to me about the streets? Like, it just doesn't even make sense. Portland, Jamaica in the house. Major salute. Hit that like button, y'all. You heard my dude right there. PJ said it. I want to know what's everybody smoking, though. What's everybody? And this one chick told me, she was like, you drink Red Bull, but you smoke blunts like crazy. So it evens you out. Whatever. Them boys in Sacktown say Wack talking too much. Oh, Shark Lotto. I done seen everybody smoking that shit. I seen everybody smoking the Shark Lotto, man. I'm smoking cake mix. I've been waiting for this shit. Dallas is in this bitch or this building, whatever. Dallas is in here. Cherry lemon gelato. Oh, man, that sounds good, bro. That sounds good. Cherry lemon gelato. One time, y'all can let me know if I done said this too many times. One time I had watermelon gelato, and it really wasn't everything I would have liked it to be. You know what I mean? I'd really rather just a regular gelato. Big up yourself. Major salute, my brother Krieger. Krieger, what's popping? Sheesh. King Louis the 13th rolling up. Yo, I ain't ever had the King Louis the 13th bud. I only had the King Louis the 13th vaporizer. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was doing the vapes. My man is on that alien cheese. Alien cheese. That's lit, bro. That's lit. Westmoreland, high grade. High grade. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Risk taker. Look at this dumbass in here. This is what I'm on tonight, you guys. Oh, shit. Can y'all read that? Can y'all read that? We on that cake mix tonight, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bonds, they done had all the, like a bunch of the cookie strains in 14-gram pre-ground joints.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for like $72 a half ounce. You would have went and scooped all them shits up, right?
Word. That's a fact. Fendi, I would have got to scoop those, bro.
You can't really get it too much cheaper than $72 a half ounce for some good-ass high grade.
Nah, definitely not, Brody.
All right, Bonds. Bobby Shmurda did a crazy interview on No Jumper. Did you get a chance to see it?
No.
Well, he did a dope interview with Adam 22 on No Jumper. Adam asked him some questions. He was like, is there any dancing going on in jail? And Bobby said the only people who would really get mad at him for dancing in jail were the old heads. Apparently, he was saying he was dancing at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Bonds, how is somebody dancing at 6 o'clock in the morning in jail?
Well, when you go to jail and your situation, you know, it's a bad situation being in jail, but you know, when you go to jail and, you know, your ducks is in order, it's a little more comfortable, bro. Whether you go to jail, you got to worry about how your kids eating. Know what I'm saying? Who's sleeping with your girl? Like, you know what I mean? All the opportunities you're missing. So, he was down, but he had a bright future in front of him, man. He had a lot of support, a lot of love, and he was taking it like a soldier, bro.
So Bonds, but he's saying he's dancing at 6 o'clock in the morning. You've done a few years. He has music in his cell, 6 o'clock in the morning, just up boogieing and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got the tablets now. You got your joint. You listen to music whenever. Yeah.
How would you personally have felt, Bonds? You wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, your celly's dancing. All right, not just your celly. Let's put it in real perspective. You wake up, Bobby Shmurda's dancing. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I think Bobby Shmurda he was in a medium though. So he was probably in a dorm.
Okay.
So that's a little different. That's why that's important to factor, because if you get up and you in a cell, you get up and the dude is dancing in the cell. Now we got a little different. Whether we got a dorm and you could be bad from anywhere. So but I would have I feel kind of weird saying if I was in jail, like what, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even like the even, but I'll just say being with Bobby Shmurda would have been, around him, dancing would have been, I wouldn't have had no problem with that,
And right. And from the way you're saying it, when you're in a dorm style, if somebody's walking around with his earbuds in and he's doing some dance moves while he's walking to the bathroom, that's not going to be the weirdest thing you're going to see in jail, I would imagine.
Exactly. So as opposed if you got a cell now and then your monkey hop up 6 in the morning dancing now, we might have a problem if I'm still asleep or something like that.
Yeah, but what if if you're still sleeping, you wake up and he hands you like a Rice Krispie or something?
Like, oh, you crazy, man. I'm going back to sleep. It's too early for this right now.
Thank you for the Rice Krispie, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it when I get up, man.
That's great.
Take that to the day room of the yard.
Everybody follow Bonds on the gram, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate you for tapping in with us tonight, Bonds.
Nah, the vibes. I had to do I was doing this little video, my little political joint, TNR Network, NFL lawsuits,
And we can touch on that a little bit later before we get off, so I can tell the people about what you were talking about on that pertaining to the NFL. So if anybody wants to hear Bonds talk about the NFL
lawsuit going on right now, Brian Flores,
Rams and the Bengals for the championship.
No, I'm not speaking in unison with the NFL. I'm speaking against it.
Okay, well, you might have to go over to Bonds' channel to tap.
Yeah, man. I ain't here to talk about the Super Bowl.
We ain't talking about the Super Bowl.
Nah, I ain't with that.
Rams Nation, baby.
I know it's big right now.
So Adam said that he assumes 99% of people are not dancing while in jail. Bobby said no, everybody is dancing. He said literally that everybody is dancing in there from the correctional officers. Now he's saying the correctional officers and shit are dancing, but I mean, I could see that, but really the prisoners dancing? Bonds, did you see people dancing while you were locked up?
Listen, not at all. Bobby gets a different reaction. You see, it's different strokes for different folks. We gotta realize.
Okay.
So somebody may see Bobby on his side and hey, start Shmurda dancing, and it's a thing. CO see me, they ain't gonna dance, man. They see you, they ain't gonna dance. Not saying they should see either one of us.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Ain't gonna see none of us.
Sucks.
But yeah, so
they're gonna walk up on Bobby kind of doing the swang, but they're gonna walk up on me just looking at me all like distasteful.
Yeah, they might ask Bobby for an autograph and write you a ticket for infraction, send you to the hole.
So Bobby went on to say, I'm not thinking about somebody telling me that I can't dance. Let somebody tell me that I can't dance. What are they gonna do? Adam jumped in, clearing up the situation. He said in the case of Wack 100, So Adam 22 actually brought Wack 100 up in this interview, Bonds. The first person interviewing Bobby to actually bring up Wack 100. First of all, on that note, Bonds, do you think a lot of these people getting the chance to interview Bobby, they don't want to bring up this negative shit going on with Wack 100? Or do you think it's just that fresh that nobody's got the chance to bring it up yet?
Yeah, or Bobby could make it a point like he ain't trying to give Duke no clout. You know what I mean? Could be one of them situations. You know what I'm saying?
Like before the interview, yo, I'm not trying to talk about
no, man, we ain't going there for homeboy and shenanigans.
But so Adam said in the case of Wack 100, I don't think he was saying that you can't dance. He was saying that he thinks it's having a bad effect on your perception and by how you're perceived by the gangsters. And that is it. That's what Wack 100 is saying, Bonds. He's saying that the streets aren't messing with him because of him dancing like that. He's saying the streets wouldn't have messed with him if he danced like that before he went to jail.
Yeah, like like all the little demons that be listening to the the pool shiesties and they ain't with the dancing, they with the sliding and all that. That's they don't slide on the dance floor, I guess. But it's something to be said about being not innovative. Dude's been dancing, but being a leader, you know what I'm saying, and marching to the beat of your own drum, you're gonna have to garner the respect of people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really understand why people are so gun-ho with this man following suit or worrying about some kind of image, or he already said like he already get into the bag. Like he ain't worried about trying to, you know what I'm saying? You dudes ain't gonna respect nothing anyway. So what we really talking about? They want him, you know what I'm saying? Like, why they worrying about him? They got a little come on, man.
So Bobby asked Adam, he said, "You're talking about the Love and Hip Hop guys?" Adam 22 was like, "No, Wack wasn't on Love and Hip Hop." He said, "What does he do? Podcasts?" And then Wack said, "He manages Blueface in the game." Bobby said, "I don't give a F about none of that shit." He said, "I F with the game, but he is nothing to talk about." Bobby said, "He's nothing to talk about. I made $1 million this week. Why would I want to talk about Wack 100? I don't want to talk about Wack 100. Why would I want to talk about Wack 100? What do you make about that, man? Adam 22 pulled it out of Bobby. He brought it up. Maybe if Bobby has been telling people don't bring it up, and maybe Adam 22 is like, obviously, I'm not going to bring up a bad note before the interview. He would have thrown the shit off.
Right. Or he probably was like, I mean, I bring it up and you could just say you don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? And I ain't going to drag it in or what, I drag it out or whatever.
So let's address the first part. He's nothing to talk about. Now, Bonds, Wack 100 has responded to this, and he even put the interview in his bio on Instagram. Wack 100 put up this interview in his Instagram bio, Bonds, where Bobby Shmurda is saying that he's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, because he want that clout, man. That's one thing I realized about Wack. He's very business savvy, marketing savvy. You know what I'm saying? So he know what he doing, bro. I believe he got a grand scheme with it. So yeah, he know Bobby is hot. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna try to poke the bear. Like he's doing this strategically, though.
Yeah, no, he's a smart guy.
He not just playing.
Like when we talked about Young Buck, he wants to have the person sabotaging or exposing Young Buck come up. I don't know if you caught it, but they had Caddalic on their clubhouse, Bonds, and Wack 100 gets Caddalic in his clubhouse. What else are you going to talk about besides 50 Cent?
Right. Like I did with my backwood, Mikey.
Did you just roll it up?
No, I didn't. I just broke down this black runts. I'm trying to find my backwoods.
Oh, you're the one with the black runts. My boy has the black mamba right now, which I wasn't too sure about. So I just been, but I've been messing with the dispensary. Like I told you, they had every.
Wow. Yeah, you got it right now, bro.
They almost had like every type. They had the Collins Ave. They had the Granddaddy Pluto.
Hold on, let me get my backwood.
All right, cool. Bonds will be back in just a second. We're gonna get on to that. Trench baby, we're gonna get on to that in just a second. He just made an M this week. That's what we're gonna talk about right now, man. Bless the mag. He's very calculating. Bonds was just getting into something. I don't know what else he was gonna say, but them boys from set. Oh, come on, man. Watch your comments, man. Be respectful. Bonds, you find your backwood?
Yeah, bro.
All right, we got Calgary in the building.
Salute.
Bonds, before we continue on with this, man, actually, we'll get into that in a second. I want to get to the next part of this. Bobby said, I made $1 million this week.
Good week. Good week.
Good week. He's like, I made $1 million this week. I don't want to talk about, why would I want to talk about Wack 100? He legitimately feels that way, doesn't he, Bonds?
Yeah, as he should. There's levels to this, man. It makes sense for Wack to talk about Bobby Shmurda. It don't make no sense for Bobby Shmurda to talk about Wack. Come on. We're not going to talk about high school basketball, are we?
And then Wack 100 actually puts it in his Instagram bio, man. That kind of threw me off. He posted the clip on his page, and then he also put it in his Instagram bio, Bonds. He tagged No Jumper. He said, click the link in my bio.
That ain't gangster.
Bonds, he finally got what he's looking for, man. He finally got what he was looking for. The response from arguably the most popular celebrity in the game right now.
But I ain't gonna lie, he played it so, because why you put that in your bio that Bobby Shmurda said your name briefly? That's something you wanna put right next to yourself in the heading of your Instagram. That's something you know what I'm saying? You want to add like, that's crazy. It ain't like the president mentioned your name when he was addressing the nation at the White House or something. That's what you put in your bio. Like, what are you serious? That Bobby Shmurda dissed you?
Wow.
Acknowledge you wasn't on his level? Wag be well, like.
Well, wait till you hear this response, Bonds. A very interesting response from Wack 100, man, because he kind of takes it in a comedic level, Bonds. He said, well, but first, we'll address this. He said, damn, Adam 22, you let Bobby Shmurda diss me like that? So Wack 100 is actually taking offense to Adam 22 letting him come on the platform and quote unquote diss him. I don't think that was so much a diss as of him not wanting to talk about Wack 100 publicly.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy. That was on the West Coast too. I just realized that. That's out there in Cali. Jay Brown, salute, my guy.
And then so Wack says, damn, at Adam 22, you let at Bobby Shmurda diss me like that? Man, I'm booking dance classes now. Hashtag gangsters don't dance, we boogie. Bonds, why is he trying to take this in the comedic level, man? You know, he is making a podcast. This is something I was speaking on earlier, right? He's making a podcast, 100 podcast or whatever it is. I feel like Wack needs to possibly be bringing people on his show. Like we talked about him bringing the person exposing Young Buck on the show, right? But why wouldn't he be able to bring Young Buck on the show as well? He has Caddalic Ta on the show. Why wouldn't he be able to have 50 Cent on the show?
Man, you know 50 ain't never going on this show. 50.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute, Bonds. But why do you think Wack 100 is taking it to that comedic level of I'm gonna go do dance classes now?
He getting ready for his limelight. He ready. He know what he doing. He feel like he happy. He happy right now.
I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. He's getting ready for his limelight. Not so much taking real dance classes, but he is. He is taking classes of how to react in the industry. But let me bring in, we got our co-host.
He would dance.
We got our Dancing with the Stars, Bonds.
He'll dance with whoever.
We're gonna bring in our co-host tonight, RBH from Elm City.
Bang, my guy.
New Haven, CT. Just back up a little bit from the camera, Ryan, just so we can get a little. All right, cool. You Gucci.
Scuddy, bro.
Bonds, what's good? Mikey T, what's good? Yo, what's up, y'all? I miss y'all, man. This family right here.
Yeah, been a minute, Brody. Bro, Happy New Year, all that, man.
Happy New Year. Happy Thanksgiving. I ain't talked to you.
All right.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever, you know what I mean?
So, anyways, let's get into this, man. Ryan, RBH, position your camera so you look good, man.
Let me get y'all right, man. Let me get y'all right. That ain't right. Hold up.
So Bonds says that 50 Cent. Now Bonds is from the same area as 50. Bonds says that 50 will not go on Wack 100's podcast. I think he needs a big guest, man. I think he needs some big guests for this first season. And Bonds, honestly, I think all it would have to be is a phone call, man. I think Wack 100's pitch for this new show is going to be like, listen, man, we might have an issue with each other. Well, let's come on the platform together and either work that out or come to some sort of an agreement. Bonds, I think that's going to be his major pitch for a lot of these guys. And even though he interviews the person exposing Young Buck, he'll also call Young Buck RBH and be like, Buck, I'm going to give you a chance to come on my platform and tell your side of the story, and we can talk this out like civilized men. Bonds, you don't see that being a possibility of the way he takes his platform?
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, he might have a shot with 50 because 50 is doing a lot of promo before the show, so he might get a lot of views. He might want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, just because Wack 100 does a Clubhouse interview with Caddalic Ta doesn't mean that it's going to write him off of ever doing a 50 Cent thing. I think.
Oh, yes, it would.
I don't know. I think it goes a little bit deeper, Bonds, because Wack actually was there ending the beef with Game and 50 Cent.
Yeah, but 50 is, I'm telling, like 50 is like that. Like if you messing with the other side, you can't come back over. Like that's how it is. Like we on South, so like that's Southside mentality. I don't think 50 gonna mess with. He don't mess with nobody that mess with dudes he don't mess with.
All right, so
that's Southside mentality, Bonds.
That's Southside mentality. Don't do that, bro.
Okay. So RBH, in saying that, I think honestly the people deserve a podcast with 50 Cent in the game. I think eventually it needs to be worked out. They need to do a podcast together with Wack 100. So I think the only way to get there is for 50 to eventually sit down with Wack one-on-one. Do you think we'll ever get that podcast, though? 50 dope. Cent in the game together? Wack could be putting together some epic shit.
50 and Wack could be crazy together.
And then the next step of crazy would be 50 and Game. A podcast of them sitting down. I was saying earlier, never mind that press conference they did where they, shook each other's hands. We need them sitting down for 3 hours together and discussing everything that happened and where it went wrong and shit.
Definitely.
Nah, that'll get 1 million views in 2
I
hours.
don't think so though. I don't think that conversation will ever be public. I think they already even had that conversation, but I don't think it'll ever be public though. I think we'll get an album before we'll get a conversation.
Views be like that too.
The other day we were actually talking about 50 saying he was going to do his last album, Bonds. I'm going to ask you this as well, RBH, and everybody in the chat. If 50 actually does his last album, do you think he would do a throwback collaboration with the game in respect to Hate It or Love It or How We Do, Bonds?
Nah. Nah, like Ain't Love It Too. Game's not gonna be on that album, bro.
Game actually wasn't on the Massacre. The game wasn't on the Massacre, RBH. The game ever on a 50 Cent album?
He could have been on Massacre, but he actually ended up dissing Game on Massacre with the Piggy Bank record, with the Piggy Bank music video. You know what I mean? He had Game as the Mr. Potato Head, the Mr. Potato Head gangster.
So RBH, it's really not something that 50 Cent needs in order to put together his last album.
That's the issue with me. I mean, yeah, like 50, it's just like Bond said, 50 has that mentality. Just like what Bonds just said, like it really matches exactly. It must be the Queen's mentality because 50 will never go back. Like him and Game would have to be on some real solid terms in order for them to actually go forward with something, if anything. You know what I mean? I think a conversation will be held behind, but a conversation will be held not public, like not publicized. But at the same time, I think we'll get a record before we get anything else.
Well, yeah, and if that was the case, we probably would have gotten a record already, RBH.
I would hope so, but you never know. You know, like I want 50 to do a versus. You know what I mean? 50's not really celebrating his music and his celebrity right now. You know what I mean? He's more or less trying to progress, and I respect it. You know, he's doing the movie, or he's doing the movies. He's in the new what is it? The Expendables. He's in the new Expendables.
Yep, he is.
You know what I mean? And he has power. Power's going strong. He got BMF. He's not really focused on the music, but it's a shame because every song that he drops for these features that he has are amazing. Gotta give it to him.
Yeah, RBH, you were telling me you're actually a big fan of these new intros that 50's doing. How do you feel about the new one with Lil Durk?
I love it. I feel like if you put the new one with Lil Durk is the one for Force. That's the Tommy story. And I'm real excited for that one. And the song is fire. Not for nothing, Mikey T. If you take all the songs that he's done for all of his shows and put them together, you have a Get Rich or Die Trying 2.0.
So, Bonds, do you think these songs like Wish Me Luck, you know what I mean? Do you think they are what is inspiring 50 to like want to do one more album? Like the success of them, actually, the interest that they're generating?
Could be. Plus, it's been a while. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm thinking. It could have just be a while, but
been a while.
But he just like, it's been a while, but who really wants to do an album? But now that the people are sort of talking.
Right. And he might have something. He might have a joint or two that he feel like, oh, this is crazy. I need to put that album out. You know what I mean? It's the love for it, man. I'm sure he got love for it, and it's been a while, bro. He want to be back out there. He ready to. Seen him somewhere on the internet doing performing he's performing some old junk. Actually, he just did a show recently, so I guess that's probably doing those shows again. He probably feel like he wants a new material because he back doing shows now, actually. So
I bet you he's performing these songs at his shows. Maybe not publicized, maybe not on his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? But like on the back end, bro, they're all smashes. Yeah, all the way from Big Rich Town all the way to the new one with Lil Durk. All of them smashes, bro. Except for the one he did with Joe. The remix to Big Rich Town with Joe. Nah, that didn't work. That
the one with Trey Songz where you try to
Trey Songz. My fault. Correct me. Yeah, my fault. Trey Songz. Yeah, nah.
Are you talking about that song that's like
he almost got Trey canceled?
This is a big This is a big rich town.
Yeah.
No, they were dissing that shit heavy last night in the chat.
They got that out of there.
I believe it. Because they premiered it for the finale of Power. You know what I mean? Like, you don't switch it. You don't switch nothing up for no
They did a man on that boy.
Yo, RBH, man, let me ask you, what have you made of Bobby Shmurda's dancing, man?
Man, that boy happy. I'm happy for him. Yo, he make me want to, man, I want to throw my hat up and can't find it, bro. Like, awesome real, man. I'm so happy for Bobby, bro. Yo, he a real dude. He stood tall. He went to jail. Everybody clowning him because he's dancing. Like, bro, so what? He's supposed to be hard? What? Like, he's supposed to be hard right now? Yo, he's rich. He's famous, and he stood tall. And that's the complete opposite of other people that can't set that example. You know what I'm saying?
RBH, you've had a song, a single. RBH is an artist, y'all. I'm gonna put up his IG right now so y'all can tap with him. Ryan has had a song. It was called Twerk Something. Risk Taker saying in the chat, Twerk Shooter. What they're saying is they're trying to compare what Bobby's doing to twerking, man. As a rapper who has rapped about twerking, been around twerking, man. How do you react to reading these comments?
These comments are obviously coming from people that don't be in the club. You know, like, look, I understand. Like, okay, perfect example. I was in the car today on my way to work, right? And Jaquan's Tipsy came on, and I remember when this record premiered, produced by Jermaine Dupri. Everybody had an issue. 1, here come the 2 to the 3 to the 4. He not rhyming. These ain't real lyrics. You get what I'm saying? Now, back at this time when this record premiered, this was like when we had it wasn't a slow shift. It was like a complete bow. We had New York rap and we had down south rap. You get what I'm saying? And then when Jaquan dropped this, you know what I'm saying? There was so much controversy about it. Not too long after that, Nas dropped Hip Hop Is Dead. You know what I'm saying? Just to bring everybody back full circle to the era I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Now, today when I hear that record, I didn't feel that at all. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even flinch when I heard that. Like, I heard that and I was like, wow. I'm like, yo, he's spitting. This is the first time, 2022, first time, February 2nd, I actually listened to Jaquan all the way through. And man, I was like, you know, it's not the New York, it's not what we're used to, it's not the lyric, gang, bang, bang. But at the same time, homie was telling the story.
And especially sound much better after you've been listening to all this trash for the last couple years, right?
That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
He sounded burst in because it was so much lyrical, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Hip hop trivia, since RBH is our hip hop trivia champion.
The champion.
RBH. All right. RBH. Hip hop trivia. We got 103 people in here. Follow RBH. Check out the trailer for Slapface. Follow Bon Simmons. You know I'm the host, Mikey T, the movie star. RBH, here is your hip-hop trivia. Jaquan's first single was called Tipsy. What was his second single?
I would do the beat, but I don't want us to get in trouble. You feel me? It's hood hop, though.
All right, you got it, RBH. You're all set. Hood hop. Is that new improved hood hop? Nobody knows that song, though. Nah.
They should, though. That was, yo. It was controversial back then, but today you listen to it and it'd be all right.
RBH, the question that I usually have about hood hop is, should that have been the first single, or would he have never made it to the second single if that was the case?
That's a fact. But you know, in retrospective, he should have had 2 singles that was more like Tipsy versus trying to go hard. Like, everybody wanted to go hard because nobody wants to be big in hip hop and not have the street credibility. And that's actually a fault. You know what I mean? The reason why I think Cassidy is still around today is because he had Hotel and because he had It's Your Song, Ma. You get what you dig? Those are the songs that are still playing today. More than Hustler.
Get no better, RBH, please.
Ain't get no. I don't want to get sued.
On this channel, put some respect on Can't Get No Better. On this channel, we look at that as the official first single from the Split Personality album. I personally think, Bonds, what do you think about Cassidy's first album title being called Split Personality? Did that throw you off a little, or just me?
Well, I mean, I understood this, the science behind it, what he was trying to say.
The science behind it, though. But when you're Cassidy, you got the song Hotel. I don't want there to have to be a science behind your damn album track listing.
He's still trying to be the bar dude in the streets, and the industry pushing him through there. So he was at a crossroad as an artist, so it was kind of self-explanatory, like split personality.
It's supposed to be split, but we only got one side because Hustler didn't come to the next album.
No, he had 3 different sides. He had
Now he came out with the bars. Remember, he came out on one of Swiss Beats remix or something. He's like, I got a doghouse in my backyard, and even my doghouse got a backyard.
But then he blew up with the major pop record, which is what rappers were known for doing. You know what I'm saying?
When he was so hot, remember back then you could feature on a song, do a verse, and it would really go viral. Like you could be popping off a verse.
That's what happened with Ja Rule with "Can I Get a What?"
Cannabis popped off a verse.
Can I hit it in the morning? Cannabis, another one. Yeah, he definitely did.
Hold on, Young Jock did it. Young Jock had a really big first single, but he didn't have a follow-up, right?
Yeah, it just wasn't as big. Tokyo Diamonds, boing, yoing, yoing, yoing.
Bonds, you knew that song? You had just started singing Tokyo Diamonds as well?
No, that was the joint with Lil Boosie, the Zoom.
That was another one.
He had a couple ones, huh?
That was another one.
What's your joint, Iceberg? Look at that. Iceberg got it right. Put some respect on Get No Better, which is...
Nah, them songs just fun. Yo, I have no issues with Cassidy's beginning career, especially the mixtape. But if we're talking about, industry, that was, bro, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're obviously right. I mean, it's obvious that Hotel should have come out before Get No Better. R. Kelly was in a much bigger position than Mashonda. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, Mashonda was the boss wife, though. Come on, you know that.
Bonds, which was a better song, though?
Oh, come on now. Kelly, baby. Still can't.
Oh, man.
Yo, Kelly's a monster, bro.
Still can't beat R. Kelly in the verses, man.
Hold on.
No.
That's Hotel is a bigger song. Not a bigger song. It's a better song that can't get no better.
Get No Better makes you, me and you know what I'm saying? But that, girl, that gives you that dip. You know what I'm saying? You want to give me some my room key. You know what I mean?
You're a little bit late, bro. You're a little bit late.
I'm not a dancer, yo. I ain't a dancer. I'm an MC. I tell people what to do. I can't do it.
Big Sosa.
Bonds, do you know anything about that paperwork that Murder Inc. and Irv Gotti were bringing around on 50 Cent? They were a little bit late with that paperwork because In the Club and all that shit was already blowing up crazy. But did you hear anything about that paperwork being faked personally?
I know they were saying, you talking about the order of protection?
The order of protection.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about, the order of protection. Both sides is my dude, so you know what I mean? Like
Murder Inc.
both sides. It's all
Murder Inc. did come to check you out.
Queens get the money. We all from the same hood, man. I didn't walk through all those hoods, you know what I mean, growing up. I know those dudes personally, like, you know what I'm saying? They know me. They see my face. They know me from Southside, like, you know what I mean? So, plus, but what I will say is that, they was saying that, after they had the fight in the studio thing and, it was an order of protection. I know when you going through cases like that, if you go through an assault case with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be an order of protection. You know what I mean? But at the same time, too, when you get an order of protection against somebody, it do have to be signed, like, you know what I'm saying, by both parties. I don't know. It's a legal stipulation. I'm not going to say, I don't feel like 50 was scared of them, like, you know what I'm saying? So
50 technically probably wouldn't even have had been involved, like
right.
if they go to the hospital, if somebody goes to the or some and then they press charges. But you know, there had been rumors about Tony Yayo wanting to get like $150,000 lawsuit on Murder Inc. and shit like that. And I just kind of say, like, look at Tony Yayo now. Like his first video, So Seductive, it was probably double the budget of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if they were to ever do a lawsuit over trying to sue Murder Inc., that would have just really been stupid. Would that have blackballed G Unit if they really did a lawsuit to sue Murder Inc. Bonds back in those days?
Nah, they was already blackballed from Murder Inc. I mean, they already
blackballed. Yeah,
right. They already kicked that door down. So at that point, it wasn't nothing that Murder Inc. or nobody else could do at that point. They had the street.
If they would have really partook in a lawsuit, like if they would have thought that, like, all right, a lawsuit is going to be bigger than G Unit.
Oh yeah, it could have hurt their street credibility possibly. But I don't know because 50 had already been through some things. You know what I'm saying? 50 already went through. You know what I mean, when it with the Supreme Team, already got shot. He already was official. Like he already the back. So even with that,
right,
with him suing them, but it would have been uncharacteristic of 50. Like 50 is. You know what I mean? So that wouldn't have really, even if he would have sued them, it still wouldn't have stopped the disrespect and the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the street fights and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're right. 50 was just too far. Yeah, I think RBH, I think 50 was too far in what he was doing to really do something like that.
Right.
But you know, man, getting $100,000, you're like, yo, 50, you're not the one who got hurt in this situation. I'm the one who got hurt. I want $100,000. Chill out, man. We're going to make $100,000 20, 30 times over.
True.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to wait. You know what I'm saying? G Unit became such a major thing. So, like, to say that this paperwork is real, RBH, I would say that it would have really tarnished G Unit to do something like that. So it must not be the most legit paperwork, RBH.
If they had the time and the muscle to do that at the time, yeah, I think that definitely would have shut them down, like going forward. But I mean, at that time, we didn't even really know who 50 was.
Right. At that time, we didn't know who 50 was. Yep. But I still think he believed in it. Out of everybody else, like, I still think 50 believed that he was going to be a major star because of everything, like his backstory, like Bonds went through his backstory just then. That was already too much shit to go through, you know what I mean? Just to be like, oh, all right, these guys beat me up in the studio. I'm just going to stop being the person that I am and sue these guys, man. Like, he was already
waiting. We did know who 50 was, though.
What?
I said that we knew who 50 was.
I mean, you knew.
Yeah, 50 already had a deal, and he already had.
He was a local artist for you.
Yeah, but he had like the How to Rob. He had songs on the radio.
He had songs with J-Lo that he got taken off of.
Yeah, he was on all the mixtapes.
I first heard about 50.
He wasn't big like everybody praying knew him, but
nah, I first heard about 50 with the Any Given Sunday soundtrack. How to Rob was on there.
Okay, yeah.
So it was around that time, and then Jay-Z before the Dr. Dre, before the Eminem. Jay-Z shouted him out or dissed him at Summer Jam. I'm about $1. Who the what is 50 Cent? It was like, oh. Like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. For that to have a reaction, people had to have known who he was, at least a little bit. You know what I mean? And if they didn't, then they knew after that.
Yeah.
Damn, it's crazy.
Shout out Hove.
That 50 Cent album, Guess Who's Back? That was dope. Yeah, that's one of 50's best albums right there. Where do you rate that album, RBH, on 50 Cent's six albums? You know what?
All right. Can I add another album into that list? Because War Angel.
Oh, War Angel. We're not adding War Angel.
War Angel was better than that, though. War Angel was like the 2.0 of that.
Yet. I knew you were talking about War Angel, man. We're not adding War Angel in there. Hold on.
I love these conversations.
Bonds, would you put War Angel in 50 Cent's official album credits?
Nah.
It was. Yo, you. Oh, you.
I respect it, albeit I just start looking at it as one of.
No.
Oh, y'all all wildin'.
RBH is one of those guys who likes to go online and change Wikipedias.
If I could, I would. They don't like my IP address. I'm banned.
No, I'm talking about Power of the Dollar. We add Guess Who's Back out of respect. Get Rich or Die Trying, The Massacre, Curtis, Before I Self-Destruct, and Animal Ambition. That's 50 Cent's catalog of me. But because we can't mention all the G-Unit tapes because they're freaking amazing. Yeah. But where do you put it on his solo albums list? Guess Who's Back?
I would say maybe 3. Power of the Dollar, Get Rich or Die Trying, and maybe The Massacre.
Yep.
That's your order?
Yep, that's got to be the order.
You put Power of the Dollar before Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm done. Nah, I can't with y'all. No. That's definitely third. No, we're all in agreement. We're all in agreement with Get Rich or Die Trying and Massacre being like amazing from 50. You know what I'm saying? But Power of a Dollar would have to come third. You're gonna put that before Curtis?
Power of the Dollar, yeah. Power of the Dollar better than Curtis.
Power of the Dollar is way
maybe you could say Get Rich or Die Trying is better. I wouldn't argue with you about that. I just think the jewels and the hooks on Power of the Dollar, all those hooks is jewels. You could write a book on them hooks. Like
that's a fact. Ghetto Quran.
RBH, hold on. So Bonds, let's get this right. It's Power of the Dollar, Get Rich or Die Trying, The Massacre, Guess Who's Back. Then where are you going from there? What are you doing? Animal Ambition, Curtis, or Before I Self-Destruct? Probably Curtis, right?
Maybe Curtis.
Okay. And then Before I Self-Destruct and Animal Ambition, probably?
Yeah.
RBH, tell us the real, because that's our list that we agree with. What is the real list?
RBH.
All right. First and foremost, Before I Self-Destruct would have been a way better album if it was War Angel. It shared the same singles. You know what I'm saying? Like it just had the harder B list for me. You know what I mean? None of those songs stuck to me that came out on the Interscope as they stuck to me that came out on YouTube. I'm sorry. Yo, 50 G Unit, they had it with War Angel for me. All right. Power of a Dollar is incredible. Yo, Ghetto Quran, you know what I'm saying? How to Rob, I think was up there. And what was the other one? Slow Dough, Better Than No Dough.
Also, Material Girl, Thug Love with Beyonce.
I would put that third. That's a solid third. I put Get Rich or Die Trying first, Dre and M, that collaboration first, Massacre, the ultimate, yo, all right, if Get Rich or Die Trying was a haymaker, then this is the uppercut, Massacre, bow. Okay. Now, if you want to say something, if you want to come back from that, give them Power of a Dollar, give them that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Sleep on that. We don't even have to go no more after that. If you want to continue the list after that, hit them with Curtis with the I Get Money. It's over with. It's done.
Okay, so Guess Who's Back is not even really making this list that you're talking about.
That would come after all everything I just said.
You know, young Beyonce was on Power of the Dollar, right?
What?
I said, you know, a young Beyonce was on Power of the Dollar.
Yeah, but Bonds, that album got recalled.
Yeah, they didn't, you know, his situation wasn't right. I mean, that
album wasn't right.
That album was fire, bro. Like,
what do you mean? I mean, just the fact that he went and worked with those two producers, I mean, that was a little bit odd. His beat selection, obviously, the beats between Get Rich or Die Trying and Power of the Dollar are really, really different. You know what I mean? Ryan, how would you, RBH, how would you describe the beats on Power of the Dollar, man? It's like a bunch of bumps and shit.
Gutter. You know what I'm saying? Gutter, it was like on some mixtape. You know what I mean? But 50 was able to shine through that because he had the lyrics. You know what I mean? He really painted the streets with what he was talking about and what he was doing. So, like, yeah, I'm not going to sleep on Power of the Dollar. I'm just not going to put it before Get Rich or Massacre. Like, those are the juggernauts right there. You know what I mean? But if we're talking gutter street, we're talking top of the line G Unit mixtapes, like originality, yeah, it's definitely on top of the list. All day.
Okay. All right. Well, he really went in on us there, Bonds. George says Bonds versus Mikey T. Who wins the smoke off?
I smoke Mikey T under the table, you heard? I smoke Mikey T into a fucking coma, you heard?
Bonds, how many blunts have you smoked today? Bonds will be like, yo, man, I was actually out at a gathering today for 6 hours. So I couldn't smoke today.
I've been cutting these last few days. I've been cutting that. It's only about my third.
Yeah, Bonds is like, yo, I was at a gathering for 7 hours today, so I couldn't smoke. Then Mikey T is like, I was smoking those whole 7 hours. And you're gonna smoke me under the table?
All right. We're gonna have a smoke off. We're gonna cut the live on, and the first one pass out, lose.
Trench Baby says, "Get Rich or Die Trying" is his best, bro. The worst song on Get Rich or Die Trying, RBH. What is it? I say, "Gotta Make It to Heaven."
My fault, Mikey T. Can you repeat
the worst song on Get Rich or Die Trying? My opinion, "Gotta Make It to Heaven."
There is no worst song.
Well, what's the last best song?
There is no worst song. I mean, I would say either that or Heat, but there is no worst song.
Heat is way better than "Gotta Make It to Heaven."
Heat was a throwaway song. Fun fact, Heat was a throwaway song that was tossed around Interscope for years. Nobody can make it stick. 50 was like, I got it. And he did. Not for nothing.
Oh, okay.
Hey, give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute, y'all. I'll be right back.
All right. 50 is the future. Do you have any memory of that mixtape?
Oh, I was about to say that should be right up in there. 50 Cent of the Future. That's the one that did it, man. That's the one that everybody was playing on. That's where, remixing people joints. The LL joint. Lady, smile at me, 'cause I won't provide for you, girl. You're after my cheddar.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was on it. That's the 50 in the house. Bad news.
Yep.
In the house.
What did the street think about that? Was he already gone at that point, or was he not really? Was he not in New York like that at that point?
Oh nah, Fifth was around. He was moving a lot of track. He was around. Fifth came up in the hood for sure.
But he was still around when that mixtape came out, still promoting it like you?
Still around. Dropped those off to the Ave. That was a mixtape. That was like, they etched him out. Boom. I think he took the label money. I mean, word out, he put the mixtape out.
Okay, so what year is this? Can you remember?
Oh, was it 03? 2? No, this was. Oh, this
2002.
Was 02.
June 2002.
Yeah, 02. That's a fact.
So put me there. Let's say March 2002. I come to Queens. I go to Rochdale or whatever. How am I going to find 50 Cent and be like, yo, 50, can we get an interview? And how is he going to react?
Well, you go on the boulevard. You got Godbrew Boulevard, like, with main stores and strips and all that. So they on, I'm from 109 in Godbrew. They on 134 in Godbrew, right? Now, on those, in the boulevard strip like this, when you get all the way down to 134, across the street, it's a little, you can't call them projects. Don't nobody call them projects. It's buildings. It's called Rochdale Village. On the same, that's across the street, right? On the same side of the houses, like the stores, back blocks, you got houses and all that. That's like 50 grandma's house and all that. Boom, boom. So the dudes that be on 134 right there by the stores and all that, on that block, you roll up there's a bunch of dudes all out there. Used to be Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? That was the Lost Boy block, Lost Boy hood. Now it's, G Unit and all that. So, spin through there and off. 50 around, somebody call him, get him if he ain't right there. You could have got that interview.
So if I go there in 2002 and I'm like, yo, and I go to that area, I'm like, hey, I want to do an interview with 50 Cent. I want to do an interview with 50. You think that they're just going to call to find out where 50 is if it was 2002?
Yeah, I mean, dudes might have joked at you, like, you know what I mean? What you want, like, you know, but it would have been.
I would have had to hit him with the I'm with MTV or something, right? If I would have been like, yo, I'm with MTV. Why you in a Toyota Corolla if you're with MTV then? Would they have hit me with that, Bonds?
Probably not.
They wouldn't have, Bonds?
Nah.
They would have been like, yo, he's with MTV. Get Boo Boo, he's with MTV.
If you was with MTV, the whole thing would have came out, I think.
They'd have been like, yo, call Boo Boo, it's the white boy out with the camera.
All right. So Bonds. So then 50 comes out, Bonds, right? And I'm like, yo, Fifth, I gotta be real with you, man. I'm not really with MTV though. Thanks. I need this interview though. What do you think is gonna happen at that point? Or is that something you just should not reveal?
Yeah, don't reveal. Hopefully, thinking, wishful thinking, maybe he would have just, checked your temperature, like, well, what are you doing? Like, what is it? Know what I mean? And make sure, like, man, you ain't from MTV. Well, where you from? Who are, like, know what I mean? You probably would have got a little tested, like, not in a too negative way, but just like, see, what's up, man? Like, jokey.
Nah, you're right. RBH, at that point, when you got 50 there, you do the interview first. But then you're going to do an interview where 50's all stunting around. He's like, MTV, baby, you know how we do things. And you're going to be like, shit.
You're crazy.
So hold on, Bonds. So 2002, I get that interview with 50. And then he's unfortunately saying MTV this, MTV that. And I'm like, no, it's Mikey T. But then I'm like, yo, I'm taking this shit to MTV. They're going to love me.
Nah, then you just write on the bottom of the screen, the big M with the Mikey under TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Clean that up. Like
I said Mikey TV. I never said MTV. What are you guys talking about?
I'm legitimately MTV because I'm Mikey TV. But nah, me and Fifth, we would have laughed about that later. 50 would have been like, oh, this kid actually lied to me and told me he was MTV to get an interview back in the day or whatever. But no, I think honestly, RBH, I could have flipped that interview. I could have flipped it and got a job with MTV more than likely, RBH.
BJ's back in the day, yeah, that would be your audition tape. They would have took you.
They would have been like, damn, this kid went out there and got 50 Cent. Yeah, honestly, it kind of went wrong. He just started shouting MTV every 5 seconds. He was hyped.
At the same time, I believe if you would have told in 2002, if you would have told 50 Cent, like, yo, I'm not really with MTV, he would have been like, yo, it's all good, man, because I kind of need this interview. Also real.
He's like, yo, just honestly, Fifth, your boys were kind of intimidating, and I was like, I just had to say I was with MTV. I didn't figure they'd believe I was with BET. You know what I mean? Like, BET!
Now, if you would have came 2004 or 5, I probably would have been a different story.
Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah. He wasn't making it through the hood.
Yeah, and there was a bunch more cameras around, so it wouldn't have been too much of a anomaly of somebody coming through with a camera to tape you. We had all the DVDs coming out, 1,000 cameras. Like, who this with a camera?
Yeah.
That's a fact. Remember when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped? They dropped the DVD with it too. I remember that. Anybody in the comments, y'all remember what the name of that DVD was? Let us know.
Is this a 50 Cent lyric, RBH? Colossal the John wrote, you put pressure on me when you compare me to Pac. I'm just a new kid. I can't help it. I'm hot.
I'm not sure, but that's fire.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like something 50 would say. 50 loves saying he hot. In all his records, he loves saying he hot. I'm hot, boy. I'm burning up. Do my thing in the club with the burner tuck.
And I cannot believe how I ran through 30 raw papers. Actually, that 30 cones. That's really not that much, is it, though, Bonds? Running through 30 cones. That's not really that much to run through in like 4 days, is it?
Yeah, because how much you stuff in them joints?
Oh, you can only really fit like probably like a little under a G, I'd
Yeah,
say.
I think those like the 1 gram joints. Yeah, the one. Yeah. So that's 30 G's.
You might get
just
1.6 if you
really
stuff.
no way I smoke 30 G's, man. I must have another pack laying around or something.
Smoke 30 of them things, man. About 8 a day. 9 a day. 4 days.
Hit me up for merch ideas. Okay, I got you, Iceberg.
Berg, what up? Yo, definitely. Yo, fam, we about to get a whole. I'm a holler. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a holler. I'm gonna keep that off of here, but I'm a holler.
Guys, anybody have any last questions before we end the podcast tonight? Everybody in here, if you have some questions, send them out. Oh, shit. RBH, appreciate you for joining us, man. How's everything on your end?
Yo, everything is fire, bro. I've never been more inspired in life, man. Yo, we about to go full circle with everything. Full force and full circle. Unapologetic, singles, everything coming soon. If you don't know, you about to know. When you know, come and let me know that you know. But don't let me know that I told you that you know. Feel me? You're gonna know without me telling you that you know. So when you know, you holler at me, then I'll be like, we know. Mikey T, you can't dip on my drop, bro.
Nah, he was letting you take it away, sir. Take it away.
Right? Yeah, so I mean, like, yo, we definitely working right now. We definitely cooking. Like, I've been quiet for a minute. I've been dealing with some situations, you know what I'm saying? A lot of life situations, but now that life is out the way, we about to get shit popping. Ain't that right, Mikey T?
RBH, that whiskey in that bottle?
Oh, let me let y'all know, man. This that Game of Thrones. This the Targaryen. I don't know if y'all watch Game of Thrones or not, but if y'all know about Targaryen, yeah, this is the Targaryen. Yeah, this is the dragon. This is the dragon right here. Yeah, this the truth.
All right. J Main asks, everybody send in your open questions right now, your last questions. He says, where are y'all from? I'm actually from Connecticut, the border of Rhode Island, pretty much my whole life. Right by the casinos, probably, I don't know if y'all, pretty much the two biggest casinos outside of Vegas, I guess, like.
Hell yeah. Mikey T, stand up. Come on, bro.
Is that what it's known for, Bonds? Like, do you know, like, of the two biggest casinos over here where I'm from and shit? Do you really know about
I came to one before.
Where Jim Jones got locked up at for fighting in the lobby?
Oh, Foxwoods, right?
Right, Foxwoods.
Okay. Yeah, like a lot of people come here from New York and Boston and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of like just like 20 minutes away from that. It's real close to Rhode Island. And I've lived pretty much on the Connecticut-Rhode Island border, more so near those casinos because they're both in Connecticut, though. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm from. RBH, let everybody know where you're from. He's actually from Connecticut, but it's about an hour away from me.
Yeah, I'm from the Elm City, the gritty Elm City, but y'all might know it as Yale.
Oh yeah, that's right, Yale. Yale is
Yale, New Haven. Yeah. Yale is bigger than New Haven. Yale is taking over New Haven block by block, little by little. You know what I mean? But you know what it is. Like anywhere where there's somebody that's doing a lot of industrial work, right outside of that is the hood, and that's where I'm from. There's a lot of history where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? A lot of music history. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Amistad trials was taking place downtown New Haven. The Doors performed down here. If you ever heard the song Blood in the Street in the town of New Haven, you know what I'm saying? The Doors, you know what I mean? That was right town. That's where I'm at.
George, the one with Michael Jordan is actually Mohegan's Sun. There is a mall at Foxwoods as well, but they do not have the Michael Jordans at Foxwoods. They have Michael Jordans at Mohegan Sun. Shout out to Bristol. Shout out to Bristol, Connecticut. RBH could probably say something more about that.
Yeah, shout out to whole CT, man. Connecticut is big in hip hop, man. I know, coming up when we was doing like the smacks and all that and breaking artists, like the first places that book people, not even booked us and stuff, like showed a lot of love, a lot of shows, a lot of stuff. Connecticut, man. Connecticut, bro.
And Bonds, let Jay know where you're from, bro.
I'm from South Jamaica, Queens, born and raised. I currently live in Atlanta right now. So, man.
Oh, is that your camera? Okay, RBH is back. And George said shout out to Bristol. Do you have anything to say on Bristol, RBH?
Bristol, Connecticut. I used to live out there too. Yo, shout out to Bristol. That's where the what college is out there? Central. Yeah, shout out Central, yo. A lot of parties. Whole lot of parties. Shout out to Central, man. Yeah, I spent a lot of time out there. I spent about a year and a half out there. I was living out there. All the workers at Dunkin' Donuts, shout out for making sure my coffee hot. Yeah, I mean, every time I come back and complain. That's real. I hope y'all tuned in.
Oh, shit.
Nah.
I did find a paper, you guys.
Okay.
We in the game,
Okay, Mikey.
baby.
Okay, Mikey. Okay.
George says fun times in Bristol.
That's a fact. Oh, I got stories, bro.
Now, Bonds was sort of just saying, you know, something about, you know, what he would do in Connecticut. I wanted to ask you, Bonds, if you had any memories in Connecticut that you could elaborate on.
Yeah, we went to Connecticut to do a show with G Depp. We went to Connecticut to do. Man, we went to Connecticut.
What year are we talking, Bonds?
2000 and like
G Depp, that had to been like 03, 04.
Could have been 04, 05, somewhere in between that, between 03 and 05, somewhere
Was
like
that I'm sorry to cut you off, Bonds, but was that the make this money, take this money? Ain't
this
no
was after
way.
that. He was actually smoking dust. He was actually
Okay. Oh, okay. So this is
Must
lower
have been
clubs.
2007.
Could have been.
I had met up with we had met up with G Depp in like 2010, RBH.
Okay. Yeah, it's about that. Yeah, it was about that.
Yeah, did you not come and meet G Depp with us, RBH?
I wasn't with you. I wasn't with you on that one.
Okay, we got Hartford in the building. Major
Hartford, what up?
That was my first time seeing anybody smoke. That's what he was smoking. It was black, and it was like in a bud bag, but it was looking like black.
The man is in jail. Let's not do him like that.
Oh, nah. He, of course, he got. I'm not. Love, peace and love to that brother. Like, nah, he, you know, it wasn't. You know, everybody, you know, he, you know, struggled with his addiction or whatever. Like, you know, and he was going through something. You know what I mean? So, like, nah. I mean, yeah. I guess, yeah, maybe. All right, so maybe that wasn't a favorable thing.
Nah, but we might as well we might as well spread awareness though, because that is a drug that'll hook you and mess you up.
My son was gone.
I just rather not talk about drugs like that, man. That shit is.
All right, so shout out to G Dab. Yeah, you know, G Dab. It was a good time.
That shit is not cool at
make
all.
Make this money. Take this money.
Definitely ain't cool.
RBH. 860 Dilara says Central is in New Britain, not Bristol.
So which one's in Bristol? Yo, George, don't be hitting me with what it's not. Hit me with what it is. Like, come on, man. Let's kick knowledge. Like, what is you doing? Come on, bro.
What is there to do for fun in Connecticut?
The Peabody Museum. Nah, I'm just playing. Yeah. Nah, but real talk. When it opens back up, the Peabody is ill. But nah, man. If you come to Connecticut, if you're not into gambling, women, and casinos where Mikey T's at, you can holler at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you come down to New Haven, you eat good, eat real good. We got the best seafood. We the home of the burgers. You know, the cheeseburgers was created in New Haven. Real talk. Pizza, believe it or not, was not in New York or Jersey. Pizza was created in New Haven. When it was in Jersey and in New York, it wasn't an open face pizza like you know today. It was closed like a pie. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, frisbees was created here too. So we can hit me up. We'll go on the New Haven Green. We could throw around frisbees. What they used to do is after they finished the pie, they would take the dish and they would throw it around, and they called it a frisbee.
RBH,
On
can
in
you hit him with
Connecticut.
some of the hip hop shit, man? What are you doing?
Nah, we not that's Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like that's New York. New York got that, but you want to have some fun. You know what I mean? We can kick rhymes all day, but you want to know what Connecticut good for. Yeah, I'll give up.
I don't know, RBH. I don't think nobody is.
No, Mikey T, no, you don't know. Because every time, all right, I don't even mean to put you on blast on your own show. You know what I'm saying? But I got to put Mikey T on blast on his own show. Every time I get around Mikey T, I'll be like, yo, Mikey T, let's go to Modern Pizza. Let's go to Abate's. Let's go to Grand Pizza.
RBH,
We don't have pizza in New Haven. We have a pizza. Mikey T never wants to. Go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead. It's your show.
You onto some shit, but you're talking about completely random nothing right now.
No, I'm talking about the fun things they do in New Haven, and that's eating New Haven pizza. Every time I try to take Mikey T to get some pizza. Every time he don't never. Let's go to Outback. Let's go to Steakhouse. Like Mikey T always want to go to a steakhouse. He don't never want to eat. He don't never want to do what New Haven people do.
RBH,
that's a fact.
You gotta chill, man. You gotta chill.
You gotta chill with me.
God, let's see if we can get RBH to actually talk about some hip hop, you guys, because he's talking about Martha Stewart ass shit right now.
I'm talking about pizza.
He's like talking about all this dumbass like stuff that you could do out, go play frisbee and shit like that. I don't like to play frisbee. I roll up blunts. I study the hip hop. That's what I do with my life. Ryan wants to go play frisbee in the green.
Yo, that's what the Yale students do. Just saying. Make some connections.
Anyways, back to that's where it went wrong. RBH talking about Yale. Nobody on this channel wants to talk about Yale.
But don't nobody know about New Haven unless you talk about Yale.
No, we know it's there, man.
Nah, they don't. They think New Haven is a part of New York.
All right, we're off of this, Ryan. We're on to the questions, man.
Let's get it.
We're trying to talk hip hop on this channel, bro. Colossal the Don asked, all I ever wanted. What? Colossal the Don, all I ever wanted. Is that like a promo for your music right there, man? Did you just get me on a TikTok video? Do you got any film placements?
Maybe he wants a feature.
Do you got any film placements for me, Mikey? Bonds or RBH? Well, honestly, Colossal the Don, where are you from, first of all? But I think you're actually talking to the wrong ones here. We usually have SV Twiz on the show. He has some short films that he does. I'm going to post his Instagram here so you can get in his DM. He might have a role available for you. But I'm going to pass it over to Bonds. Again, Colossal, let us know what part of the country you're in. But Bonds, is there anything you could potentially use him for?
Well, I am working on a collaborative album called TNR Radio to promote my brand, TNR, that I have, clothing brand, Teach and Reveal, Truth and Reality. So if you want to submit a song that, you know what I mean, that you got original beat and all of that, you know what I'm saying, that's good to go, you can submit a song to me at the New Religion LLC at gmail.com.
Can he DM you, Bonds?
You could DM me. DM me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. DM me. Yep, that's good.
Oh, yeah. This is what I like to hear right here from George McCarthy. He said CT needs to learn what long rolls are. RBH. Learn what long rolls are.
I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, put me on.
Exactly.
Put me on. I don't know nothing about that.
No, we're not talking about that no more. George McCarthy says Bonds and RBH. What the hell, George? You're going to exclude me on my own show. You're going to exclude me on my own podcast. Well, in reality, you guys don't feel too precious. George already asked me this. He already got me to give my take a little bit earlier. But Bonds and RBH, Jadakiss or Styles P, who are y'all taking? Bonds, who do you got?
That's not. Why would you? Go ahead, Bonds. I'm happy
got the
Bonds go
analyst
first.
RBH, the analyst RBH in here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, you know, it's different. I would have to say Jadakiss though. Now I know he showed a little bit more longevity. I wouldn't have said. I probably would have said something different 5 years ago, but I'm gonna have to say Jadakiss.
Oh, hold on. So who are you going with, Bonds? You kind of confused me right there.
Jadakiss. No, I'm saying Jadakiss. I said I probably would have said something different maybe about 5 years ago, but right now, through consistency, Jada still got crazy balls. I mean, he still got good balls.
All right, let's bring it over to the analyst RBH.
Okay, back on.
As long as he's ready.
Yeah, what up?
Yeah, the analyst RBH. What do you got to say about this Jadakiss or Styles P?
I don't even like that comparison, yo. So you're really gonna sit on Mikey T's channel and ask me what's better, peanut butter or jelly? You know what I mean? Knowing damn well that they go better together. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. Bro. All right, I'll try to break it down. Jadakiss's voice gets annoying after a while for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though his bars and the songs and everything is dope, his voice, the raspiness, kind of gets on my nerves. And then I go to Styles P. You know what I mean? But Styles P doesn't really have the consistency that Jada has. You know what I mean? Like the hit factor that he has. So I mean, yo, you need them both, bro. I don't even want to do that. I'm mad I said that. Erase that.
George McCarthy says jelly is better alone, RBH. You tripping. Here we go again, Bonds.
Yo, you're going with the jam? All right, so you have nothing but apples. You have nothing but apples, kid. What are you gonna do? You're gonna put jam on them, or you're gonna put Stop it. I don't even want to do this. I'm chilling tonight. Chilling. I told Mikey T I was gonna chill.
Bonds, what do you like better, peanut butter or jelly? I guess that's what we're doing tonight.
Right. I'm gonna take the protein, peanut butter.
Jesus.
Thank you.
French Baby says Styles is my favorite of all time. Jay Brown says Jada. George says I think Kiss made the group what it is. I know they both legends, but for fun. That's why he was saying, Ryan. RBH, he was saying for fun.
Jada got some verses, man. Classic joints, man.
Yes, I did say Kiss earlier. I'm gonna go with Jadakiss.
A.
Jay Brown says peanut butter. Guys, I was joking with that question.
You got the chat in it.
This is a hip-hop channel. We are not doing a Food Network channel.
You heard about that new group, Peanut Butter and Jelly?
No, but did you hear about that new movie? I think it's called Trash.
Oh, I heard about that new movie, Slapface.
Right, Slapface.
It's
out
so
right
good.
now
Your mama.
No, but it's a new movie. I think it dropped last year, 2021, called Trash. I think it's literally about trash in the trash can, and they come to life. It's a kids movie or some shit. I was honestly thinking about checking it out.
Oscar the Grouch, starring Oscar the Grouch.
Nah, just like Trash, man. Yeah, man. Okay, RBH. Here we go. Tyson Garcia, Bonds' guy, is in here. Jada is always talking about the color of whips like Meek Mill talks about watches. Just saying.
You just saying what? Come on, man. Nah, don't disrespect Jada like that. Did you see the verses?
I do. I ain't gonna lie. Jada is lyrically talented, but that may be one of the problems too. It may be, dude's content is pretty much the same. He said, "My favorite member, Ghetto Boys."
I don't think so.
Man, gotta be Scarface, baby.
Yep.
Don't do that.
It's that guy. Stop it, Brad, man.
RBH.
Running with Brad.
Did you not want to answer who was your favorite Ghetto Boys?
Nah, yeah, Scarface, of course, but I like who else was in there? Bushwick. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I like the other dudes.
Yep, Willie D.
Rest in peace. Then Bushwick Bill.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's why I didn't want to. You know what I mean? I don't want to bring it down, but yeah, bro.
2019.
Scarface, that dude though.
Sheik has entered the building. What did you make of Sheik putting out all those albums? You know, the Silverback Gorilla album, I want to say it was called. What did you make of him putting out those albums, Bonds, just to kind of like, I think he kind of did it to like stay afloat as the other members of the group had their major success.
Well, he got a deal. He got his deal. He got a solo deal. So he got the opportunity to put it out. Yeah. So, you know, that's why that came, you know. It gave Sheik a bag, man.
RBH, he's Colossal the Don, who still hasn't told me what state he's from. He said, bro, y'all gotta remember Game's freestyle compilation of the same freestyle. RBH, do you remember what he's talking about?
No, I don't know which freestyle he's talking about. And the only
White
300 bars comes to mind. That was dope. White rolls right now.
Let's address the elephant in the room. All right. RBH.
Why did he write it like that?
I want you to address the elephant in the room. Wack 100 actually responded to what Bobby Shmurda said about him on the Adam 22 No Jumper interview. You know, when Bobby Shmurda said, I made $1 million this week. Why would I want to talk about Wack 100?
Facts. Okay.
Wack 100 responded. Wack 100 actually tagged No Jumper. He put the interview with Bobby Shmurda saying this in his bio description, the YouTube link. He said, at No Jumper, click the link in my bio. Damn, at Adam 22, you let Bobby Shmurda, at Bobby Shmurda, diss me like that. Man, I'm booking dance classes now. Hashtag gangsters don't dance, we boogie. What do you make of that response from Wack 100? First of all, the guy takes the link to the video of Bobby dissing him for all of 45 seconds, a minute, maybe out of an hour, and he puts the link in his bio, and now he's asking Adam 22 why he let Bobby Shmurda do that to him. And third, now he's taking dance lessons. Now he wants to dance.
Wait, who's taking dance lessons?
Wack 100 is booking dance classes now.
As he should. As he should. Yo, get with it or get left, man. Bobby is the new wave. Like you, all right. That whole response is a clear response that you've admitted defeat. It's not real. You don't really know what to say back. You feel played, but you're gonna say something back because you whack. That's how I took it. Yeah, I mean, like that wasn't gangster, bro. That wasn't You know what I mean? Like Bobby sunned him. And the best thing Wack could have did was just be quiet.
Did he sun him?
Yeah, he sunned him, bro. Like, why am I gonna talk about a Wack 100 when I'm over here? I got out of jail. He said he had relations with 100 different women. You know what I'm saying? Like he's partying. Every time we see him, he's partying, he's dancing. Wack like, oh, he over here dancing. Like, what, you mad? You not me? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like I can't even who said what about Bobby Shmurda, right? Who said what about me? Who said what about who? Bow. Where Quavo at? Let me know where Quavo at. Let me know where the Migos at. Cause we about to be party. I don't even know Wack what? Wack sounds whack to me right about now. You know what I mean? And that's what his response said to me.
So it was a son.
Not a son. It was a son because it was so nonchalant. I would have felt son. Like if I'm coming for somebody and you're gonna brush me off, like who am I? Like I haven't been putting in work for the last 2 years, beating up people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna feel some type of way.
Now, Bonds, I'm not trying to call you an old head. I'm not trying to call you a gangster, a reformed gangster, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Wack 100 hit us with the hashtag. Gangsters don't dance. We boogie. I'm going to need you to break that down for me a little bit, the difference between a dancing and a boogie.
Yeah, boogie is when you're looking cool, when Diddy bobbing or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
No. Example, Bonds. Example. We need you to boogie right now.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I mean, all right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just,
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I
There'd be
feel you.
that song
Yeah.
that was playing. It'd be like, I'm so
Yes.
in
Okay.
love with you.
Yep.
Where you
Hey.
want it to.
Boogie.
like,
All
you know what I mean?
me.
But see,
Definitely.
we gotta evolve, and we gotta see. That's you can't be. See, that's why I'm mad at myself for putting so much energy and wasting so much time into being a gangster when it's really stupid. Like see, when you're a gangster, I was just telling somebody this other day, when you're a gangster, they expect you to ride for anything. Somebody step on your shoe, hey, you got to go all out because you're a gangster.
Well, did it produce a scuff?
If it did, he got to die.
Mikey, what? What?
I say you broke him.
I got a burn in the back seat of my car today, and it matters, man.
Streets need a body, man. Behind them sneakers, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Hold on, Bonds. George just asked Bonds, when are you doing that NFL talk and where at? Bonds, where is it going to be? Just so they know.
Actually, I posted it up already. It's on TNR Network. So
hey, I'm gonna get that link
on my TNR Network page. I left it dormant for a while. I was building it, I was on my music page. So, but I'm back on my TNR Network page. So sub it, and we're gonna be talking about things like that, like political stuff and stuff like that. I still rap on my Bon Simmons channel, but TNR Network is gonna be, teaching and revealing truth and reality. That's what the TNR brand is about. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring awareness and wisdom, and tackle subjects from a standpoint of wisdom.
Salute my man Bond Simmons.
If you want to see Bonds' video on the NFL, click this link right here. Also, subscribe. Share it on your social media. Share it on your YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel, share it on your Instagram, your story. Also, put it on your Facebook, Twitter, whatever you use for social media. RBH, I'm coming back to you with this question because you haven't addressed it. PJ says Bobby is bigger than Wack, so we didn't even want to give him no clout. Adam 22 brought up Wack 100, and Bobby said, so here's the conversation, a little breakdown. Bobby said, he said, I don't give a F about none of that shit. Nothing that he's talking about. I made $1 million this week. Why would I want to talk about Wack 100? I don't want to talk about Wack 100. Why would I want to talk about Wack 100? This is pretty much what he said. And then it was over, RBH. What do you make of that? He Wack 100 finally got his statement. I feel like this is what he wanted from Bobby Shmurda. He finally got it.
And didn't know nothing to follow up with it. Didn't have no material, didn't have no source material, didn't have nothing to with it. You know what I mean? Like, these are the moments that, all right, you know what I mean? You pick with a celebrity, you pick with them. Like, yo, local rappers make diss records against celebrities all day long, praying and hoping, and they be from their city. You know what I mean? Praying and hoping all day long that they'll get some type of buzz, that they'll get some type of reaction from it. And then at the same time, like, they don't, you know what I mean? So now here Wack is, because Wack has some type of clout. Wack has enough clout to the point where the person who was interviewing Bobby Shmurda asked him about him. Right. You hear what I'm saying? But the Bobby is on cloud 9 right now.
Yep.
I'm sorry?
The biggest rapper in the game. You've got him in your studio, and now you're going to ask him a question that potentially makes him want to get up and leave.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you even talking to me about this? Like, yo, you need to be talking to me. You need to be talking to me about my next single, about where I'm going, about
Ready
who
to
I'm with.
live.
Yeah, yo, ask me about my lifestyle. Don't ask me nothing about no haters. That's trying to get where I'm at. Facts.
Bonds, are any other interviewers going to ask Bobby Shmurda about Wack 100 after this, or is it over?
Yeah, it might be over because see, it depends on because like he'll probably tell people he don't want to talk about it, but certain interviewers, like No Jumper he got a lot of subscribers, so you can't go to certain places and tell them what you're going. You might could tell us, I mean, like what the actual, but that you know what I'm saying. You got to go up there. That's what he probably said. I'm gonna touch on it, and then you could just say you don't want to, but I gotta mention it. You know what I mean? I need click value or something.
Yep, you're right. You're right, man. Sometimes some people won't really mention that. Depends on the platform, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, oh yeah, Bonds, I wanted to touch on that. RBH was saying, like, with this response from Bobby Shmurda, you would have thought that Wack 100 was ready with something else, like that he was actually going to be ready for this, but he just put the interview in his bio so more people could see him telling the world that he's nothing.
Yeah, he was ready. He was ready.
He was ready for that.
Yeah, he was ready. He got his name mentioned. He posted right up in there, put his name. Yeah,
I know, but RBH, there's a big difference.
yeah he's true.
RBH, there's a big difference if Bobby Shmurda mentions you and you take that interview and you put it in your bio than
Did
if
I?
Bobby Shmurda mentions Wack 100 and he disses him like that and puts it in his bio. Because now Wack 100, like when you're Wack 100, you're kind of like, damn, I was really just starting to get popular. And now this guy literally just wanted to ignore my question. But not only did he want to ignore my question, he wanted to also tell the world that I'm not even worth talking about, that he made $1 million and he's not even worth talking about. DJ Ack is definitely gonna ask it. RBH, you think Academics is gonna bring it up when he interviews Bobby Shmurda? This whole Wack 100 thing.
Check it out. Who knows? I don't think so. I don't think so. Like this is a one and done. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going way much further than where it's already gone, in my opinion. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
Is anybody gonna bring up how Bobby Shmurda did the song with 6ix9ine? Is nobody gonna bring that up?
When? Oh, when he was in jail? No, Mikey. We're not gonna bring that up. He didn't know. Ain't nobody knew at that time. At that time, 6ix9ine was the hottest thing smoking, and 6ix9ine was in jail. He didn't know nothing. He couldn't talk to nobody. No, we're not gonna do that. No, we.
Bonds, he just gets a legitimate pass for that, like RBH is saying pretty much. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a few people, yeah. He was on that joint with 50 in them too. What 50 cash?
Yo, he been with mad official dudes before he did what he did. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, man. I don't even really want to talk about Homeboy.
Yeah, let's move it on from there. Bobby did DJ Ack already. He did?
Yeah, I think he did. I seen a clip, right? Wasn't that?
No, I didn't see no clip of that.
I thought I did see that clip. He did because he did two in it. I seen the
Oh yeah, it looks like he did. Yeah,
I
that was in November actually, though.
I don't think he dropped the whole interview act. I don't know.
No, it looks like he did it in November, Bonds, quite a while ago. I don't know if he dropped the whole interview. I'm only seeing a 2-minute clip here, but
yeah, I see the 2-minute clip of him saying
that's kind of crazy that he linked up with him in November. But I mean, we're like 2 months removed from that now. There's a whole bunch of more shit. You know what I mean? That's been nobody was questioning Bobby Shmurda 2 months ago. An interview with Bobby Shmurda was a whole nother thing 2 months ago, you guys.
Yeah, he didn't have that song. I don't think. Did he have that song? I don't think he had that song.
No, but not for nothing. I'll say it. That song with Quavo is fire.
Shmoney.
Yo, my God, yes, shmoney, shmoney, shmoney. Yo, everywhere I go, yo, Kanye said it the best, man, on Drink Champs. He said, yo, your first song should be like, yo, when you walk in the airport or when you walk in somewhere, that's your theme music. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be your theme music. He's like, how big Sean's song gonna be? Ass, 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 ass. You know what I'm saying? But yo, fuck that. It worked for
I
Big
know
Sean.
what your theme music would be, RBH.
Say what?
I know what your theme music would be.
Better not be damn it, I'm broke.
No. Although RBH was the first rapper with the broke song, you know what I mean? But no, your joint would be, you would be coming out and it would be like SYMM for his Shut Your Mouth music movement.
Hell yeah. Yo, yeah. Still coming soon.
SYMM. That's how his music would start off.
Shut Your Mouth music. That's why SYMM.
But yeah, man.
Mikey T gave me my first interview too.
Yeah, we was out in Elm City, I believe.
That was the second one. The first one, I came out to your crib.
And I filmed your first music video, I believe. Did I do your first music video?
My first few. First.
But I did your first music video. I did Chinks' first music video. Bonds is like, Mikey, where the hell were you, Mikey?
All right, yo, Bonds. I'm gonna give you a straight
not on Twitter or something.
I'm gonna give you a straight hip hop fact, yo. A straight hip hop fact. I used to be online. All right, I'm a hip hop enthusiast. That's what I call myself, right? So this is all the way back, like when I'm in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I go online when I'm supposed to be studying or whatever. You know what I mean? So I would go on allhiphop.com, right? And I would look up the rumor section, right? And it would be like, it'll see the rumors, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going on behind the scenes. This is what supposedly is going on. Like, these are like all like the inside shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, I was on that, you know what I mean? Anyway, I got a homeboy that I've known since first grade. You know what I mean? And like, he'll hit me up every few years and he'll be like, yo, I'm about to go out to so-and-so. I'm about to do such and such. You know what I'm saying? Yo, holla at such and such. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, all right, yo, I'll ride with you, right? Anyway, we pick up MT. I ain't gonna say it's government, but I'm gonna say we pick up MT, right?
Mikey T.
Yeah, we pick up Mikey T. You know what I mean? But I don't know nothing about Mikey T. I know MT. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, I'm in the back seat. I think we're going to the casino because that's where he from. You know what I mean? I'm in the back seat. I ain't paying them no mind. Yo, mind you, like they both white. Like I'm not from where you know what I mean? Like we got different.
It was like what was gonna happen, what 50 thought was gonna happen to him when he first signed to Columbia.
Right.
They're like, yo, we're about to pick you up.
Bruh.
He was like,
bruh.
Where you
They're talking in the front, and I'm not paying no mind. I'm on my phone. I'm on allhiphop.com. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm reading the interview. I'm not paying them no mind. I zone my interview out. I start listening to them. They're talking about the same thing that I'm reading. I'm like, wait a minute, yo, on some Twilight Zone, yo, my head flipped. All I know is we passing the blunt in rotation. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. Them two talking in the front. I'm doing my thing, right? Next thing I know, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yo, you talking about the all hip hop interview with such and such with LC, with Mikey T, the movie star? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you guys know who Mikey T, the movie star is? They like, yeah. This dude driving is like, yeah, that's me. I said, get the fuck out, yo. So I've been met him before I met him. You feel me? Like, yo,
weird.
Wait, and yo, Bonds, I chill with him like maybe like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times. Like, you know what I mean? Like I had a rapport with him before that.
Right. That's crazy.
It wasn't until that conversation in the backseat I put, because you know what I mean, I'd be 2 steps behind, you know what I mean? But like that was the day I put 2 and 2 together. That was Mikey T, the movie star. Like that was my boy. You know what I mean? Like
that's cool. Yeah.
Very interesting.
That's
story.
a fact.
Let me see. Big Jersey says, I don't care if cuz dance all damn day, but where's the music for real, for real? Everybody chasing that one song he had. Bonds, what do you think about that? You know, the Hot Boy record that he has. A lot of people are looking at that as their example of Bobby Shmurda. RBH just co-signed Shmoney really heavily, and it's got to be up to nearly 10 million views or past it at this point.
Yeah, it was gonna do that. That song is cool. Yeah, I think after all that he went through, and you know the sound and that wave that they was on before they left, that's done. So it's gonna be something new. But I don't think he's 100% found it yet. You know, he's still probably knocking the rust off and still working on some things. But we definitely want to hear more music. Like I agree with that.
All right. Shelton says, to all three, what two rappers do you think should do a mixtape together? This is a good one right here, man. This is good. Everybody hit us with your last questions. What two artists should do a mixtape together, y'all?
I wish I could have seen. It don't make no point saying it, but I wish I could have seen a Moneybag Yo and the Young Dolph, man. That would have been crazy.
Crazy. RBH, what do you got, man, for greatest duo mixtapes?
I don't want to put Dolph in the conversation. You know, I get touchy. I ain't want to do that. So I'm gonna say M and J.
Who the hell is that?
Eminem and Jay-Z.
Oh, M and J. Excuse me. All right. So mixtapes together. Who do I want to see come together for a project? I think it would be dope if Little Durk did a project with Fat Trell when he got out of jail. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I want to see that joint happen, though. I hope Fat Trell I hope Jay-Z, Fat Trell gets some dope looks. But yeah, all right, man. I really appreciate you guys tapping in on the live tonight, man. We had a dope episode, man. People are going to go ham on us tomorrow. They're going to be like, Mikey T, you guys went 3.5 hours on the podcast tonight. Well, I mean, you know, check us out. Stay in tune with us. I definitely appreciate everyone that's been watching throughout the whole video. And also, everyone, right now on Shudder, the exclusive Slapface movie is available. RBH is in it as well. So, RBH, we got to talk about Slapface before we get out of here. Slapface, the trailer is pinned up. RBH, first of all, what did you think about the trailer that Shudder put together? First of all, are you familiar with Shudder, RBH?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Shudder. I don't know who's not. I mean, if okay, not for nothing.
Are you familiar with Shudder?
Yeah, you put me onto it for the Slapface movie.
Okay, but yeah, so RBH, Shudder's a pretty well-known thing.
If you don't know, now you know. To quote one of our favorite MCs, you know what I mean? Like, nah, really though. Like, I don't know what y'all do, but like for me, I hate being bored. And I need options, you know what I mean? So, you know, I got the HBO Maxes, the Netflixes, and the Disney Pluses, and, you know, and the Hulus and whatever. But Shudder gives me that alternative option, you know what I mean? Outside of Pluto Plus, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Yo, check out Shudder and then check out Slapface. And it's a dope movie, man. Like, for real. Matter of fact, first person that screenshots me in the movie, when you see me in the movie or you see Mikey T in the movie, you screenshot and post it on your Instagram and tag us, we'll send you some merch.
All right, yo. Yeah, I want everybody to check out Slapface. You can log on to Shudder. You can actually get a free trial. Bonds, did you get your free trial yet? Oh, so you already ran through your free trial, bro?
No, Bonds, what are you doing? You wait the
Bonds, you're on mute, bro.
That's how I watch Slapface.
Oh no. What do you mean? Slapface just premiered today.
Nah, man, you sent me.
Oh, you're talking about you're talking about when it premiered on one of the online joints.
Oh, that wasn't Shudder.
Nah, you got to go on to Shudder right now. You can get a 7-day free trial.
Okay.
And afterward,
Screenshot when you see me or Mikey T.
And Slap Face is on Shutter now?
Slapface is on Shutter now.
Oh, okay.
We official, bro. We official.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Shit is dope, man.
IDMB. Yo, I wikied that. I seen Mikey T up there. Like, it's real.
So RBH, let me ask you, man, what do you remember about being a part of this new movie Slapface, and what can you tell? Well, first of all, what can you tell people about it from the trailer? How do you think Shudder did putting the trailer together?
I mean, my experience being on set versus the trailer is completely different. You know what I mean? When I seen the trailer, I was completely terrified. You know what I mean? Like, I was intrigued. I wanted to see this because it's something new. You know what I mean? Like, it reminds me of something that back in the day that you and your friend or you and your brother or you and your sister might play. You know what I mean? But you wasn't supposed to play when you was in front of your friends. You know what I mean? Like, slap wrists, slap hands, slap face. Like, nah, this is the real deal. You feel me? Like, I wasn't too sure about that. You know what I mean? But I was like, okay, all right. I was intrigued. So, like, yeah, I definitely think you should check it out, man. Like, it's something new and it's something different. That's a fact.
All right, so you basically told me a little bit about the trailer, though. Tell me a little bit about your experience on set, though, man.
Like I said, okay.
They did a whole article on Slapface in Fangoria magazine. If anybody picks up the latest issue of Fangoria magazine, they did a basically a three-page spread on the Slapface movie. And RBH, man, the way they wrote about the house that we went to and they filmed that White House, they wrote about it as though it was as eerie as The Conjuring, my friend.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, okay, my experience on the set was completely different because, you know, everybody we were around was like family. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we were praised, you know what I mean? We were treated good. You know, like everybody was, if one person didn't move, the set didn't work. You get what I'm saying? That's how I felt about it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody had to play their part and play their position in order for that production to actually take part. But outside of that, I ain't gonna lie to you. There was a lot of times when, okay, Mikey, okay, again, not to be personal, but I asked you where the bathroom was, and you told me it was upstairs. Now, I remember there was a bathroom downstairs, but for some reason I couldn't use the bathroom downstairs, so I had to use the bathroom upstairs. Bro, that was a scary experience. I don't want to be jinxed. I don't want to be cursed, so I'm not going to tell the world about my experience when I went to the bathroom. But, bro, all I'm going to say is it was different.
Hold on. So what happened when you went up to the bathroom?
All right. Well, for one, when I went upstairs, it was daytime. And then when I went upstairs, it was nighttime. You explain that to me.
That's great. That's great.
I'm not even, Bonds, bro. I'm not even, I'm not kidding. And then when I went back downstairs, the cloud, whatever was over the house, was gone.
Yeah, it was actually raining on set that day, right? Right, RBH?
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Bonds?
Oh, yeah, the trailer's on YouTube, too.
The trailer's on YouTube.
Guys, make sure you check it out. Slapface.
Yeah.
It's available now, y'all. Just go to shutter.com. You can get a free trial, but I definitely appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. I'm going to send it over to my co-host. So everybody, Bonds, what's up?
There's a lot of people posted the trailer coverage. Yep. Jamie's reviews, Joe Blow horror, movie trailers, spooky astronauts, rapid trailer. Shutter posted it. You put in Slapface trailers.
Hashtag Slapface. You know what it is.
A lot of movies.
And if you do that, then make sure that you put it in too. So then that's an extra one that's everybody that's put it in. Like, yo, support it, man. It's gonna be dope. Wait till you see the sequel. We're only gonna see a sequel if you like the first one. So make sure that you support the first one so we can get a sequel. And then I can get a speaking role. And then I might, I don't want to give it away. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give it away. I might not even make it to the second one. Who knows? Make sure you tune in and check it out.
That's great, man. Listen, I want everybody to follow me on the gram. Whoever follows me based on this video, I will follow y'all back. I appreciate everybody for tuning into the podcast tonight. I'm going to send it over to my co-host for the night so they can give their plugs. I'm going to start it off with Bond Simmons.
Bond Simmons, you see the name? Instagram, YouTube, follow. I follow back. Talk nice. I talk back. Peace and love. I got TNR Network is also a network, a YouTube page where I doing I got the NFL Truth and Reality show basically. So we're talking about, you know, pressing issues, spiritual, political, stuff like that. So tap in, man. Peace and love to everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for rocking with us. Report Card Radio. I'm definitely part of the fam. I'm gonna be here. So this is why I talk my hip hop. You know what I mean? My bros.
If you guys want to see Bonds uncensored NFL talk, if you want to see Bonds' truthful talk on the TNR network, y'all, is where y'all can tune in there. It's right there. He's got the video up right now, Bonds.
Yeah, it's up. I just put it up before I got on. Let's put it up, probably like before I got on this live with you. I just put it up.
All right. Yes. So if you guys click that link right there, it'll actually bring you right to the video.
I might not have a view on that joint.
Hashtag Bond Simmons.
Run it up, y'all.
Philadelphia Badlands 215.
Salute.
Krieger. Hit the link. Hit the link. Everyone go into Bonds' YouTube right now and go check out his uncensored NFL video. I'm not really an NFL bull, but, you know, Bonds is doing his thing, so I'm going to support him where I can. Hit that bell for notifications, everybody. I'm going to send it over to RBH now.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Ryan B. He's he. Homie coming straight from the Elm City. That's RBH for short, for y'all that don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But get to know me. It's a whole new introduction. And I'm representing that MTV. And not the MTV that y'all know, but the Mikey T, the movie star on Report Card Radio. You dig? Yo, brand new stuff coming for y'all, man. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all follow me at RBH, Ryan B. Heezy, RyanBHYEEZE. Make sure y'all follow me. Follow the journey. New shows coming. New material coming. Whole lot of stuff is coming. Mikey T, Report Card Radio, Bond Simmons. We out here. Holla.
Hell yeah, we appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you on the next episode.